Well, we will have baseball from the start between the Raptors and the Chukars, game number 11 in the season series, and each team has won 5 games. Last night, the Raptors took charge early. They had a 12-1 lead after 3, and they defeated the Chukars by the score of 12-4 last night. Great pregame interview on our Toyota pregame show. Tyler Peterson will talk with the skipper, Billy Gardner Jr. That's coming up in 2 minutes here on KSPZ, the Sports Zone.
Welcome back to the Toyota pregame show. Tyler Peterson with Chukars manager Billy Gardner. Now, Gardy, I haven't had a chance to sit down with you since the end of the first half, and even though we're some 15 games into the second half, I so wanted to have a little moratorium, if we could, about the end of that first half. The team played extremely well. They fell 1 game short, but I want to know how satisfied you were with the team's performance in the first half.
I thought we played really good. I mean, really good baseball throughout. We did what we had to do. In that last game, we won, and we needed a little help from Billings, to pull in to a tie with Missoula, and we had the tiebreaker. But it didn't happen, but I think overall it was an outstanding half for us.
Now, the team was, as you said, not able to clinch that spot in the playoffs in the first half, so really we can look no further for any extra motivation in the second half. The team is going to go out and play hard anyway. But I'm wondering, since you've been in these kinds of playoff races for so many years in the minor leagues, do you in any way adjust the way you manage the game, the way you put out the line of cards or handle a staff as we come closer to the end of this playoff push?
Well, I think you take it day by day. I think the big thing for us now is to get healthy again. We've had so many guys fighting through some injuries. We lost Van Moyer, we lost Kelly. Debo's been trying to play through some back issues. We've had some guys with some cranky elbows and lats and shoulders on the pitching side of things. So health is a big deal for us. We've got to get our core group healthy again and just overall play better baseball.
We talked before how hard it is to find pitching that qualifies for this league. The team made 3 moves between today and yesterday, and we've added 3 new pitchers to the staff. What can you tell us about the 3 newest members of your clubhouse?
Well, Damon Ellis, who's going to start for us tonight, we got him from Great Falls, and I know Tommy Thompson well. And I respect his opinion and his ability to evaluate, and he gave me a really good report on Damon. Can throw his breaking ball at any time for a strike, sneaky fastball, competes. I think Tommy said it best, and what really struck me was, when you look up there in the sixth and, seventh inning, he gives you a chance to win. You're in the game. And he's pitched really good against Ogden, who he's going to face tonight. So, and we had a need there with Silva going on the DL, and I think he fits that need for us. And Leja is another guy that gives us a starting option, also could possibly give us some length out of the bullpen to see, we just have to see where this rotation goes over the next few days. But he's 86 to 90 with a tailing fastball, throws strikes, he's durable. He's been up as high as 140 pitches, so he's stretched out significantly, and he's got a good curveball. So anxious to see him pitch. And then Alex Fishberg, who's been around, he was in the American Association. He's pitched some higher levels in independent ball. Power guy, power fastball, power slider. And for him, it's just a matter if he's going to be able to throw strikes, which we're hoping he'll do here. It's a level that's a little bit below the association, competition-wise, so we think he can go out, and if he can fill the zone and overpower some guys in this league, he'll be a good fit for us at the back end in high-leverage situations.
Lastly, Gardy, as you said, we were playing Ogden tonight. It's a team that has played the Chukars closely all season, 5-5 for the first 10 games. And it's a team that is a little bit unconventional when you consider the rest of the teams in the league. They use almost their entire roster each night to try to get the win. In your eyes, because we can look at the numbers and say Ogden's a good offensive team, but in your eyes, what areas did the Chukars match up well against Ogden, and where don't they match up well?
Well, Ogden's got a very good lineup. I mean, when they have their, I know they lost Mayberry, and so they had to adjust there, but they still have some really good hitters throughout their lineup, tough at-bats. They hunt the fastball. I think we have guys, on the pitching side who have the ability to, change speeds and pitch backwards. We got guys with good change-ups, which we can, help to control bat speed because they're an aggressive fastball type club. So I think we, on the pitching side, we match up pretty good against them. I don't think they're real strong in the pitching department. I know they've tried to shuffle the deck there a little bit, and we haven't hit as well as of late. Not like we're capable of, and that's just a little funk I think we're going through right now. And it's kind of the ebbs and flows of a long season. You have some ups and downs, and hopefully you have more ups and downs.
Thank you for your time, Gardy.
Thank you.
That's Chukars manager Billy Gardner. John, back to you.
Thank you very much, Tyler, and thank you, Gardy, Billy Gardner Jr. Great guy, great baseball man, and just a great person. Well, when we come back, starting lineups for tonight's ball game, it's the Raptors and the Chukars on KSBZ, the Sports Zone. It's game number 65 of the 96-game season in the Pioneer League. Here's Tyler with your starting lineups for both teams.
First for the visiting Ogden Raptors, Josh Broughton, the right fielder, leads it off for Dean Stiles and this Ogden club. Raul Shaw, the second baseman, bats second, with Paven Parks, the shortstop, batting third. Nick Michaels will clean up and play third with Jacob Goldfarb. He's dangerous. He hit his 20th home run of the season last night. He'll be in center batting fifth. Reese Alexiadis, the left fielder, bats sixth, followed by Owen Taylor. He'll play first and bat seventh. Nico Pacheco, the catcher, will bat eighth, with Calvin Estrada, the designated hitter, batting ninth, and Isaiah Ramos on the mound. As for the Chukars, it'll be Steve Barmakian at second base, leading off, with Webb Little at third base, batting behind him, batting second. Matt Feinstein in left, batting third. Andrew Don, the DH, batting fourth. Hunter Hiskey moves up to the fifth slot. He will catch and bat fifth. Daniel Martins Molinari, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Kona Quiggle, the right fielder, in against another lefty. He had 2 hits off a lefty last night. He'll be the right fielder, batting seventh. Hogan Brown in center field will bat eighth. Tyler Van Martyr, the college teammate of Isaiah Ramos, will bat ninth, with one of the Chukars' newest players, Damon Ellis, making his Idaho Falls debut on the mound.
Checking the standings as we move into this game tonight. In the North, Billings won again last night. They defeated the Missoula Paddleheads 8-1, but Mustangs are 12-4 in the second half. Missoula in second place at 10-6. The Chukars currently in third place, 3 games behind Billings at 9-7. Great Falls in the cellar at 5-11. And in the South, it's Grand Junction with a 1-game lead over both Ogden and Boise. So the Hawks hoping to make the playoffs. Grand Junction 9-7, Ogden and Boise 8-8, and Rocky Mountain 3-13. Overall, the Chukars are 43-21. That's the second best in the Pioneer League. The Raptors are 37-27 on the road. Ogden 18 wins, 13 losses, and the Chukars here at Melaleuca Field are 22-9. The players are being introduced, and the youngsters get to run out on the field. This is such a cool idea. You know, the young kids love it. And we're going to have the singing of our national anthem in just a moment. Cloudy skies. We had a few sprinkles, but that's been it. The winds were howling out towards center field. They've died down, and I think it's going to be a good night for baseball, and hopefully a Chukars win. Singing tonight's national anthem, it's Sloan Daly. Let's take a listen.
And please welcome Miss Sloan Daly in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reclaimed the bones bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Boy, another outstanding rendition. Sloan Daly with tonight's singing of our national anthem. Damon Moore, 5'11", 200 pounds. He's a 25-year-old right-hander out of Detroit, Michigan. His numbers with the Great Falls Voyagers, he was 5-1, 57 innings of work. He struck out 45, he walked 30, and the earned run average is 6.31. But you look at a 5-1 record on a team that's not real good, and that says a lot about this newest Chucker.
Well, you heard what Gardy had to say about Ellis. He is someone who the Chukars believe can be a real option for them down the stretch. He was acquired via trade with Great Falls. It's the first time in Chukars history that they've made a trade with another Pioneer League team, so they do believe in Ellis. They like what he's got. Gardy got a good report on him as well, and he has pitched this Ogden Raptors team very well this year.
No record against the Raptors. He's started 2 games in a Voyager uniform. He's worked 12 innings, given up just 14 hits, 6 walks, 12 strikeouts, and his earned run average against this Raptor team is 3.75. So give this guy some run support, and I'm excited to see Damon do his thing.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's send it down to the grandstands up next. The SL Play Ball Kid.
Play ball, and we will, as Josh Broughton steps in to face Damon Ellis. Broughton hitting .419 on the year. He was 2 for 6 in last night's game. Good-looking ball player is Broughton out of Jacksonville, Florida. And the first pitch from Damon Ellis, a called strike 1. Game time 7:47 after the weather delay. Chukars in their home pinstripes. Next pitch 0-1 inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Umpires tonight, Blair Peepo calling the balls and strikes. Trevor Walker at first base, Scott Esterholt at third base. And we'll set your Chukars defense after this 1-1 pitch. That one's high, ball 2. Webb Little at third, Tyler Van Marter at shortstop, Steve Barmakian the second baseman, and Daniel Martins Molinari at first. 2-1 pitch. That's fouled out of play, 2-2 the count. Matt Feinstein in left. Hogan Brown gets the start for Thomas de Bonville, who's having some back issues. Kona Quiggle, the big wave in right, and Hunter Hiskey behind the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. Barmakian on the second hop. Throws them out, and there you have it, out number 1 here in inning number 1. And it'll bring up Raul Shaw, the second baseman.
Damon was telling me that he is really a 2-pitch pitcher. He just goes 4-seam and slurve. And every once in a while, he'll work in a 12-6 curveball and a changeup he's been working on.
Here's Raul Shaw, the second baseman, hitting .348. Last night, Shaw was 3 for 4. The Raptors had 15 base hits last night. And the fastball is a called strike 1 at 89 on the gun. Ogden in their gray pants with the blue jerseys, white numbers and white letters on their with their names on the back of the jerseys. That pitch low, 1-1. If you're driving around town, we are just underway, and I think Mother Nature will cooperate. Here's Ellis, the 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2, 2-1. By the way, in the bottom of the 4th inning in the American Legion Northwest tournament, the Idaho Falls Bandits lead Gillette, Wyoming 1-0. 2-1, hit line drive, and Quiggle only has to go back about 2 steps, and he goes 2 steps to his left. A line drive out, and there is out number 2. And that'll bring up Haven Parks, the shortstop.
Now, interestingly enough, we haven't seen the Voyagers yet this year, even though they're in our division, so we haven't seen Ellis. But the first thing that just catches my eye is how simple a delivery he has, John. It's just a turn and a raise of the leg, and then he fires. It's very simple delivery.
He played at Cleary University. Here's Parks, the first left-handed batter, and the pitch misses. Outside, ball 1. Parks hitting .347. Was just 1 for 6 in last night's game. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball, Hogan Brown. Boy, an easy top of the first for Damon Ellis, 1-2-3. As we go to the bottom of the first. The Raptors, nothing, and the Chukars coming to bat. Bottom of one, a left-hander, Isaiah Ramos, on the mound for the Raptors, making his second start in the Ogden uniform. He played for Grand Junction earlier. He went 1-2 with a 9.43 earned run average. He faced the Chukars one time in that game. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 13 hits, and he took the loss. He gave up 7 runs, and all were earned. So Ramos, a 22-year-old lefty out of Monrovia, California. First pitch to Steve Barmakian is it's a ball down low. Barmakian, Little, and Feinstein. The first 3 in the Chukars batting order tonight. Lights are on here at the Luke. That pitch is low, and it's 2-0. Nick Michaels at third, Paven Parks the shortstop, Raul Shaw at second, and Owen Taylor the first baseman. Reese Alexiadis, I'll get it, in left, Jacob Goldfarb in center, Josh Broughton in right, and Nico Pacheco behind the plate. 2-0 pitch, ball 3. In 51 innings this season, Ramos has given up 91 base hits. The 3-0 pitch, not close, ball 4. A rare 4-pitch walk in the Pioneer League. And it'll bring up Webb Little. Webb hitting .372. Webb in a slump in the last 5 games, hitting just .222. He had a double in last night's game. And that double was his 26th, which leads the Pioneer League. Barmakian has not stolen a base this year. And Webb Little hits one in the gap. It's going to be off the wall. Barmakian's going to go to second. He's going to stop at second, and Webb Little, doubling his pleasure, his 27th double of the year on a line drive shot to right center field. And the Chukars have something going here in the bottom of the first, second and third with nobody out.
Now tell me what you think of this. You saw Goldfarb track that ball toward right center. He came in on it like he was going to make the catch and then just turned around and let it go to the wall. I think that was a major league deke to keep Barmakian from just running around the base paths.
Wouldn't be surprised. Good call, Tyler. Here's Matt Feinstein, who leads the Pioneer League in RBI with 86. Matt hit his 15th home run of the year last night. And he's batting .395. He's had a great season as Matt. 2 on, nobody out. Ramos, the lefty, Feinstein, right-handed hitter, and there's a called strike 1. First strike of the ball game for Ramos. Boy, Webb Little hit that one hard on a line. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Matt in the dirt, blocked by Pacheco, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Matt has the longest current hitting streak in the Pioneer League. At 14 straight games, he has a base hit. His season high is 15. 1-1 pitch. Calls strike on the inside corner. 1-2. Good pitch from Ramos. And Matt's down on the count of 1-2. Barmakian at third and Webb Little at second. No wind whatsoever. And Matt calls timeout with 2 strikes. You can bank on it. In fact, if you want to make some money, if you're listening to the ball game, anytime Matt has 2 strikes, bet the guy next to you he's going to call timeout. You'll win every time. 1-2 pitch, low, 2-2.
Feinstein's been pretty much the hottest chucker on the team in the last 7 days.
Yep.
He's got 3 home runs in these last 2 series.
Last 5 games batting .500. 9 for 18. Ramos comes set at the shoulder, kicks, and it's going to be a ground ball past the third baseman, and Matt picks up RBI number 87, and the Chukars take a 1-0 lead, and Matt extends his hit streak to 15 games in a row. And it's first and third with nobody out.
Well, it seemed like last night, every time the Raptors hit a ball, it was a seeing eye single or a little bloop over the third baseman's head, scoring 2 runs. So good omen for the Chukars to get a single pass the glove of Michaels there at third.
Here's Andrew Don, the designated hitter, batting cleanup. Andrew hit a double in last night's game, batting .345, 7 home runs and 63 RBI. Little at third and Feinstein at first. Nobody out. So the Chukars have taken a 1-0 lead. And the first pitch from Ramos is fouled out of play into the parking lot. And it's 0-1.
Maybe some new mojo for Andrew Don, going with the new Roddy Ricch walk-up song. So let's see if that sparked something for him.
And normally wears his socks very high, about mid-range now. You see some of the stirrups on Matt's socks, and he calls timeout. Andrew Don, not Matt, it's Andrew at the plate. He takes it high, and it's 1-1. Top of 5 in Billings, Mustangs 5, Paddleheads 1.
All we can say is, where was that when we needed it?
Exactly. 1-1 pitch on the way, I think. There it comes. And here's a ball hit down the right field line. In comes Broughton. He's going to make the catch, and he's got a great arm and nearly threw it over the head of the catcher, Pacheco. That's out number 1. Broughton might have the best arm in the Pioneer League as far as outfielders are concerned.
Well, he's also pitched for Dean Stiles as well, so he's got a good arm anyway, but you're right. Just, I think of the ball yesterday that he threw into second base and was just on a line.
Here's the catcher, Hunter Hiskey. First and third, 1 out. Hunter batting .336. His lone home run came against the Raptors, and the pitch is a called strike. Hunter with 14 doubles in his 36 hits this year. And the pitch, high and tight, 1-1. Ramos, a sneaky move as Feinstein was going back to first base. It looked like he might throw to first, but did not do so.
There's a lot of shin bones and kneecaps going on there.
1-1 the count. And Hunter hits it to the left field side. In comes the left fielder. He's going to make the catch, and that's not deep enough to score, and there's 2 away. But Feinstein, Matt tags and goes to second. Now if we get a 2-out base hit, we should score 2. Heady move by Matt Feinstein. So a couple of weak flyouts, and it's Daniel Martins Molinari, 2 for 3 in last night's game.
I mean, those are good as pop-ups on the infield or strikeouts for Ramos as far as he's concerned. So I think the Chukars, if they only get one in this inning, be a little disappointed.
They had the first 3 men on. See if Daniel can come up with a clutch 2-out base knock, hitting .338 on the year. The pitch from Ramos is high for a ball. They're in the 5th inning in Gillette, Wyoming. It's still the Bandits 1 and Gillette, Wyoming nothing. The 1-0 pitch, that's high and outside, ball 2. Bandits won yesterday over Helena 4-1.
Molinari against Ramos in Grand Junction. He had a RBI double and he had a solo home run.
With men in scoring position, Daniels hitting .368, takes that pitch high, 3-0. On deck, Kona, the big wave Quiggle. Little at third and Feinstein at second. Chukars lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. The 3-0 pitch, that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. 3-1 the count. Daniel out of the lineup for quite some time, but with the injuries, his name has been on the lineup card for the last 3 or 4 nights. 3-1 pitch, outside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Ramos. Bases are loaded for Kona Quiggle. Let's see what Kona's done with the bases loaded this year. Well, he's batting .500. And out comes the manager / pitching coach, Dean Stiles.
Ramos at 21 pitches now. He's walked 2 batters, 12 balls to 9 strikes. And I would not define Blair Pipo as a pitcher's umpire either.
Not yet. A very small strike zone. Hey, there's some NFL football going on tonight. Yep, it's that time of the year. Steelers 9, Cowboys 3 in the 3rd quarter.
And playing right now, a lot of guys you've never heard of, too.
And you'll never hear again. Here's Kona Quiggle. .348 batter, 8 home runs, 46 RBI. He's struggled against lefties, but he was 2 for 3 in last night's game against the Ogden Southpaws. On deck is Hogan Brown. Chukars have 1, but they're looking for more here in the first. Lefty, pitch to Quiggle, called strike 1. Good breaking ball by Ramos. Ramos went to college at the University of Antelope Valley out of Monrovia, California. The 0-1 pitch, Kona chops it foul, and it's 0-2 on the Chukar right fielder. Tomorrow night, Jake Binder gets the ball for the Chukars on the mound. Mr. TBA pitching for the Raptors tomorrow. 0-2 pitch. Ball hit to center field. Goldfarb going back. This one is going to be caught by the left fielder just shy of the warning track for out number 3. So 3 outs, all fly ball outs. The Chukars get 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and they leave 3 men on base. We played 1 on your Thursday night. It's Idaho Falls 1 and Ogden nothing. And we missed that young man in the lineup, Tyler Kelly. Ogden has Michaels, Goldfarb, and Alexiadis coming up. Michaels hit a 2-run home run in the first last night, his only hit of the ball game. His 5th home run, as Damon Ellis retired the Raptors 1-2-3. Pitch is low, ball 1. Not a bad crowd. I'm sure the weather scared a few folks away. On team poster night, there's that good slurve called strike, 1-1. Tomorrow night, it's travel mug night, courtesy of Arrow 107.1 and News Talk 107.9.
And Eden Home Health.
1-1 pitch. That's high. And it is a very small strike zone thus far. 2-1 the count. Michaels hitting .350. Ellis breaking ball inside, 3-1. Damon making his 3rd start against Ogden. Again, no record, but a 3.75 ERA. 3-1 pitch on the way, and Michaels fights it off and fouls it into the parking lot, and now the count full, 3-2. Ellis into the windup, righty-righty matchup. Here's a ball hit into center field. That's going to drop in front of Hogan Brown. And Michaels has a leadoff single. Ball not hit hard, but a leadoff single nevertheless. And now it's Jacob Goldfarb. Goldfarb last night was 1 for 2. He homered. He was hit twice. He walked once, and he struck out. Perhaps the best player, one of the best players in the Pioneer League out of the University of Oregon. Drafted by the Chicago White Sox. Played for Great Falls and didn't do too well. Here's a ball hit hard but foul down the first baseline. Raptors have stolen 101 bases, and their good success rate, 81%. Michaels, the cleanup hitter, swiped 9 out of 11. And these guys love to run. They had 9 stolen bases against the Chukars in Ogden. The 0-1 pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, you see teams, Tyler, that run a lot, but they get caught a lot, but not this team.
No, and they're very aggressive. Even in situations where it's not necessarily a stolen base situation, they still will go.
Here's a ball hit down the third base line. Coming in, it falls foul as Matt Feinstein was giving chase. Lands in the Raptors bullpen. And Damon Ellis ahead in the count, 1-2.
All you can do on a ball like that is just hold your breath and hope it's not an automatic double for Jacob Goldfarb.
Michaels at first with a leadoff single. We're in the top of the second. Chukars with a 1-0 lead. But they did leave the bases loaded in the first, and now a timeout called by Goldfarb. Goldfarb struggling, batting just .188 over his last 5 games. The 1-2 pitch, high, 2-2.
Wouldn't be surprised, though, if all of those hits were home runs or hits that driven in RBI.
1 out of the 3 is home run. That was last night. After he was hit by a pitch, throw over to first base. Michaels back. That Goldfarb got hit in the first on the ankle. Looked like he was hurting for a bit. Next time up, he had a home run and did the Kirk Gibson limp around the bases. That pitch inside, 3-2 for the second straight time.
I think you'll see Michaels go here now.
Nobody out, 3-2. Martins Molinari holding on Michaels. Yep, there he goes. Pitch is ball 4 high. So a single and a walk, and the Raptors have something going here in the top of the second. Reese Alexiadis, the left fielder, will come to the plate. He was 2 for 5 in last night's game.
And this is the point where you got to nip the rally in the bud. A weak single, a walk. You don't need Alexiadis to get on as well, or else I think the machine will then never stop turning.
Time for the pitcher's best friend. Ellis from the stretch. Bunting is Alexiadis, and he bunts it foul.
And that was a great pitch to bunt on as well. A fastball right at the top of the strike zone, and he just missed it.
On deck is Owen Taylor. Chukars lead 1-0 here in the second. Ogden threatening with 2 on and nobody out. Alexiadis played his college ball at Pepperdine. Boy, that's a beautiful campus. 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Way out in front was the Pepperdine Wave, and it's 0-2.
Pepperdine is one of those universities. I toured it once for college, and it's like someone bought a whole French Riviera town and decided to make it a bunch of classrooms.
Beautiful place. 0-2 pitch. Ball hit into center. That's going to drop in front of Brown. They're going to send the runner. And here's the ball. Brown goes to the cutoff man. And it's a 1-1 ball game. RBI for Alexiadis, his second since joining the Raptors. Ball hit hard. Brown got to it in somewhat of a hurry, but his throw went to the cutoff man. And it's 1-1. Here's Owen Taylor.
And the worst part about that was an 0-2 pitch.
Taylor hitting .254. He was 2 for 4 in last night's game. 2 on, still nobody out here in the second. Pitch from Ellis, a strike at the knees, 0-1.
And Goldfarb will try to swipe third here, even with no one out. He will try it.
He had, 4 stolen bases in that one game against Idaho Falls?
When the Raptors stole 9.
And I think one was a third base steal, if I remember correctly, listening to you.
Yep.
See, I pay attention.
There were a couple of those that day, John.
Left-handed batter against the right-hander, Damon Ellis, making his Chukars debut tonight. 0-1 pitch, fouled back, and it's 0-2. Ellis out of Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. At second, Goldfarb. At first, Alexiadis. There's a ball hit shallow right field. Going back, it's going to be Barmakey, and the second baseman backpedaling. He'll make the catch in shallow right field for out number 1. Big out right there, and now it's Nico Pacheco, the catcher. Pacheco did not play last night. He's hitting .319.
Now at number 5, the catcher, Nico Pacheco.
He played for the Monclova team, and his college of choice was Loyola Marymount.
Lions.
Yep. I remember Hank Gathers, Bo Kimball. God, what a season that was way back when. Made it to the Elite 8, I believe. Pacheco bats from the right side. He's out of Fresno, California. And he takes the pitch low for a ball. Pacheco, 6'1", 195. He's 26 years old. 1-1 the score. We're in the top of the second with 2 on and 1 out. Ellis looks into Hunter Hiskey. Still looking in. Now he's going to step off the rubber. No wind whatsoever. 40 minutes ago, it was blowing out towards center field at about a 25-mile-per-hour clip. Ellis, 1-0 to Pacheco. There go the runners. And the throw down to second is not caught by Barmakian. That'll be a double steal. So now a base hit can give the Raptors 2 runs. And the count 2-0 now. Hiskey decided to go to second instead of third. Of course, Goldfarb much faster than Owen Taylor. That's Taylor's first stolen base of the year. That's Alexiadis, excuse me. His second. Ball hit the opposite way. It's right field. Kona Quiggle's going to have to play it off the wall. And the Raptors are going to take a 3-1 lead as Pacheco has a 2-run double as he went the opposite way off the right field fence. Well, first inning, 3 up, 3 down. Here in the second, not so well for Damon. That's the third hit, and it's a 3-1 score, and out comes Bob Malacki, the Chukars pitching coach.
And it's tough because, I mean, Hiskey made a throw that was just didn't reach second base, and Barmakian tried to take that on the short hop. There's not really any hop. He sort of caught it right at the lip of his glove, and they would have had Alexiadis if he made the catch, but again, a little bloop single, walk.
Double steal.
This is nickel and diming you for runs of the Raptors.
Now you look back to the bottom of the first, bases loaded, and couldn't get that 2-out clutch hit. Raptors with 3 here in the second. And it's Calvin Estrada. He's the DH tonight, batting 9th. Estrada just 2 for 17 over the last 5 games. Out of Van Nuys, California, 24-year-old right-hander. He's a dirtbag out of Long Beach State. And the first pitch, breaking ball, and Estrada chased one way out of the strike zone.
He swung like Manny Ramirez on that one.
By the way, Estrada has not had a hit in his last 4 games. Let's keep it that way. Last night he was 0 for 3. Pacheco at second base, 1 out, 3 runs in. As we play here in the top of the second. There's a good breaking ball. Oh, must have been inside, 1-1. Blair Peepo from East Idaho, but he's umpired a lot of games up in Missoula. Swing and a foul tip as he chased another one in the dirt. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Estrada batting 9th, so on deck is the leadoff hitter, Josh Broughton. The 1-2 on the way, inside 2-2. Damon came in on the hands with a fastball to the right-handed hitter. 2-2 the count on Carlos Estrada. Pacheco with a big hit, a 2-run double. And the 2-2 pitch, again he swings at one that's outside, but this time he foul-tipped it and actually fouled it into the parking lot, 2-2. Game 2 of a 6-game set against the Raptors. And then you're off to Boise again for 6.
Hopefully it won't be so humid next time we go there.
Estrada steps out of the batter's box. I'll be listening from California next week while you're in Boise. The 2-2, another foul into the parking lot as Estrada stays alive. Ellis wears number 51 on his back. I think there was a big, tall left-hander that used to wear number 51 that was pretty darn good. The big unit, Randy Johnson. 2-2. Another foul off the netting, this time over the Chukars dugout.
You see these swings by Estrada. He's hanging in there, but he's going after these pitches, and none of them are in the zone. So you want to continue to just clip even farther out of the zone a little bit more until he shows he can lay off it.
And another foul ball. That's, what, 5 in a row? Maybe 4?
5 in a row. 4 in a row, 5 in the at-bat.
That foul went straight back.
Ellis gets a new baseball.
Go to the home of the Backsaver mattress.
Count is still 2-2. And another foul ball. This will be the 9th pitch of this at-bat. They're going to the bottom of the 6th inning in Gillette, Wyoming. Bandits still lead 1-0. Of course, American Legion, you play 7 innings. Come on, DeMond, set this guy down. Put him out of his misery. Fly ball, center field. Hogan Brown first broke in, and he makes a jumping catch for out number 2. Well, he misread that one. His first game at Melaleuca playing center field, he came in about 3 steps, then had to sprint back and had to jump and make the catch over his head.
And the best thing for the Chukars is Pacheco was halfway off second by the time he made the catch, so he had to go back to second instead of advancing to third.
Now we go to the top of the order, Josh Broughton. He grounded out to Barmakian. Broughton has a 7-game hit streak going on for the Raptors. And a foul back. 0-1 the count. Well, the Yankees won again tonight as Joey Gallo finally proved his point. He had a 3-run home run for the Yanks. They're not out of it yet. 0-1. Broughton bunts it in the air, and Ellis dives and makes the catch for out number 3. And he gets a fine hand from the fans here at Melaleuca. But Ogden scores 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Ogden 3, Idaho Falls 1 on KSPZ. Bottom of 2, it'll be 8-9-1. Hogan Brown, Tyler Van Marter, and Steve Barmakian to face Isaiah Ramos. Chukars left the bases loaded in the first. They scored 1, but that was it. I think they are in a lightning delay in Gillette, Wyoming in that Northwest American Legion tournament. Well, the paddlehead's coming back. It's Billings 5, Missoula 3. Bottom of the 6th.
Jeez Louise, Missoula.
Hogan Brown, he's 1 for 8 as a chucker. That's from the left side. And swings at the first pitch and fouls it off to the left. His major criminal justice.
Ooh.
Played for the Gateway Grizzlies. He's an Orioles fan, but his best player is Dustin Pedroia, his favorite player growing up. That pitch low in the dirt, 1-1. Favorite movie, Forrest Gump. Great show. Likes to listen to reggae and rap. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Good pitch from Ramos, and it's 1-2. And we hear our first Come On Blue of the night. Hogan, 6'2", 195. That pitch in the dirt, 2-2, out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. He was drafted after the tryout camp they had in Ogden a couple of weeks ago. He was the Chukars' second-round pick. The first-round pick will try out next year. 2-2 pitch, and again fouls it off this time to the left side. And I believe he was a pitcher, correct?
Michael Slayton was his name. He was a pitcher and an outfielder, a two-way guy, and he will receive an invitation to 2022's spring training camp.
Here's the 2-2. Brown takes it just high. Good eye for Hogan, and it's 3-2. I'd love to see old edition of Hogan's Hero right now. Come on, Hogan, be a hero.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum.
Great show. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, going to be Parks, the shortstop. Gobbles it up, and he'll make the throw, and there's out number 1. Here's Tyler Van Marter. 0 for his last 6 since coming back from the injury.
And this will be a fun matchup. This is a matchup Van Marter has been talking about for a few days. This is his college teammate, Isaiah Ramos. They both went to the University of Antelope Valley, and I forget, they might have roomed together, but I do know they are good friends.
Well, this should be fun. Ramos fastball outside, 1-0. Tyler hitting .390, has 5 doubles, 4 triples, no home runs this year. He's knocked in 16. And he has a ball that's hit right to the first baseman. Taylor makes the play, and there's out number 2. Maybe a foot higher, and that would have been extra bases. As we turn the lineup over, it's Steve Barmakian. Grand Junction leads Boise 4-3. Great Falls 9, Rocky Mountain zip. Those poor vibes. And the first pitch to Steve is a called strike 1. Too bad we don't play him anymore. Chukars went 22-2 against Rocky Mountain. That pitch just missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Steve, who walked and scored. Ramos into the windup, the high leg kick, and that pitch is low. Hey, if you get hurt, don't go to Ermac. No, I'm just kidding, but they have a board here at Melaleuca and says the current wait time. Usually it's around 7-8 minutes. It's up to 31 tonight, and the pitch is outside 3-1. Ermac, of course, great sponsors of Chukars baseball, as is the Idaho Falls Community Hospital. 3-1 pitch. Barmakian swings, fouls it off. It's 3-2.
And of course, we have that great partnership with Bingham Memorial as well.
That's right.
So all the health care providers, I'm sure I'm forgetting a few. We've got them on the outfield wall as well.
3-2, 2 outs, nobody on base. Ramos to Barmakian. Steve takes it high for a ball 4. That's the 3rd walk issued by Isaiah Ramos. And it brings up Webb Little, who doubled his first time.
And let's not do nothing with this. This is an opportunity now to get back. 2-out walk by Barmakian, and now Little and Feinstein. This is a shot now. This is something you can start a rally with, just as the Raptors did.
Barmakian 0 for 1 in stealing bases. Webb couldn't check the swing. It's 0-1. Fastball at 87. Webb hit a line drive double to right center field. His 27th double of the year. Next pitch, a big swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Chukars scored 1 in the bottom half of the first. Ogden came right back and scored 3 in the top half of inning number 2. Chukars bat here in the bottom of inning number 2. Little hesitation, and this time Webb Little hits one into the gap, but coming over is going to be the left fielder. That is caught by Alexiadis, and that's out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base after 2. Ogden leads by the score of 3-1 on KSBZ, the Sports Zone. Top of 3, Raul Shaw will lead things off for the Raptors. 3 runs, 3 hits Ogden, 1 run, 2 hits Idaho Falls. Shaw played his college ball at Johns Hopkins University. He's out of Baltimore, Maryland. Played for the Jackals of New Jersey. One of the older Raptors on the team. He is 27 years old. Will turn 28 this October. He lined out to Kona Quiggle his first time up. And the pitch from Ellis, called strike, just caught the outside corner on the bender.
Now that I think about it, what is a jackal? Just a big wolf?
Yep. 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Shaw steps out and regroups. Adjust his batting gloves. Righty-righty matchup. Damon Ellis, Raul Shaw. Swing and a miss on a nasty breaker that was down and away. And that's the first strikeout for Damon Ellis. Brings up Haven Parks, the shortstop.
Well, you heard from Guardy in the pregame. He will throw that breaking ball in any count. He has the utmost confidence in that pitch.
Here's Parks, slide to center his first time up. Bats from the left side. Parks out of Akron, Ohio. Here's a ball, goes through Molinari. That'll be an error, and for Daniel Martins Molinari, his 4th error. That would have been an easy second out. Instead, there's 1 on and 1 out for Nick Michaels. That's error number 88 on the Chukars this year, the identical number that Ogden has.
That ball looked like it just phased through his existence behind him. It just
didn't get the glove down. Went right under the big first baseman's mitt. Michael singled to center his first time up, and a quick throw to first. Back is Parks. He has swiped 14 bases, been caught 6 times. Goldfarb leads the league with 29, and in second place is Thomas de Bonville. Thomas has swiped 24, but he's been caught only once, and that was on a pickoff. Another throw to the bag, and Parks back. First pitch to Michaels. It's going to be a pass ball. That went off the glove of Hiskey, and he might have been crossed up.
I think you're right, John.
I think Hunter was expecting one pitch, and Ellis threw another, and it went right off the glove of Hunter. So Parks moves to second in scoring position. The count 1-0.
E3 and pass ball. You don't
Yeah.
get much more of an easy 100 feet than that.
Now Ellis has to bear down. On deck is Goldfarb. And now Ellis wheels to second. Nobody covering. Raptors with 2 stolen bases in the ball game, a double steal in the second. And both men came around to score. The 1-0 pitch, chopped foul, third base side, 1-1. Parks, the runner at second base, reached on the error by Martins Molinari. Ellis gets the sign, comes set, chest high. And that pitch is hit to the right field. Quiggle going back, still going back. He leaps, and he makes the catch against the wall. And they could have the runner doubled up. No, Parks gets back, sliding into second. So Quiggle makes a nice leaping catch off the fence in right field for the second out. And now it's Jacob Goldfarb.
Well, I don't think he ever was very comfortable with that at all. He thought he had initially, then realized he had to go back to the wall, and it ended up being a very tough catch. He comes through with it, but I'm not sure he saw that off the bat. I don't know if it's the lights. I don't know if it's this very dark gray sky, but it's hard to see the baseball right now for these outfielders.
Ellis and the Chukars need to get this guy out, keep the score at 3-1. This guy we're talking about, Jacob Goldfarb, walked and scored. John and Tyler, nice to have you along on a Thursday night from Melaleuca Field. We had a 32-minute weather delay due to lightning. Pitch low, ball 1. It sprinkled for about 2 minutes, and that was it as far as the rainfall. Damon Ellis making his first start in a Chukar uniform after pitching for the Voyagers of Great Falls. With those funky green uniforms. 1-0, right down West Broadway for a called strike. 1-1 strike. Sort of lime green with red numbers, red lettering.
I've yet to seen those, so we'll have to check those out. And not too much longer now, John. About 10, 12, 11 days we'll see him.
1-1 pitch to Goldfarb. High pop-up. Brown didn't see it. And it's going to be a base hit, a double for Goldfarb. Brown never moved to center field. Both Van Marder and Barmakian went way back to try to make the catch, but Goldfarb gets a blue double. an old Texas leaguer that should have been caught. And it's now a 4-1 score. And the error comes into play. For Goldfarb, his 62nd RBI, his 20th double of the year. Yeah, Brown just stood there. He had no idea where the ball was. And it brings up Alexiadis.
Well, to Ellis, it's an unearned run, but it's a big run on the scoreboard.
Here's a swing and a miss. Weak swing by Reese.
I think we need to make one thing clear. Yesterday, Chukars, or the Raptors rather, were just hitting the ball all over the ballpark, hard contact. Today, the hardest contact was that fly ball to right.
Which resulted in an out. A swing and a miss on that nasty curve ball, the Uncle Charlie.
Throw that one again.
Yeah, it's working. Should have been a 3-out inning, or 3-out inning, but the error came back to bite the Chukars, and Ellis comes back and strikes out Alexiadis. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. After 3.5, Ogden now leads the Chukars by the score 4-1. Bottom of 3, Feinstein, Don Hiskey to face Isaiah Ramos as the DeBonvilles just walked by and said hello. Thomas's dad said it's been a long trip.
Which leads me to believe they drove from Silverthorne. Which, yes, I know it must have been a long trip, Mark.
Very proud of what Thomas has done. Not in the lineup tonight, unfortunately. Here's Matt Feinstein, singled, picked up his league-leading 87th RBI. Fastball from Ramos outside for a ball.
Number 17, Matt Feinstein.
Well, you've got to answer back.
Next pitch, low ball 2.
Ellis will, if he's pitching well, keep you in the ball game. You want to keep this about 2-3 runs, no more than that, and you want to answer back now.
Ramos has walked 3, and he's behind in the count 3-0. Andrew Don to follow, and then it's Hiskey. The 3-0 pitch, called strike, 3-1 the count. Tomorrow night it's travel mug night here at the ballpark. First 500 fans get a free travel mug. The wind up in the 3-1, way outside, ball 4. The 4th walk issued by Ramos, and now we have activity in the bullpen of Ogden as Andrew Don comes to the plate. Tate Budnick. Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing him. He's given up, I think, the 5th most home runs in the Pioneer League this year.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Andrew flied to right his first time up. And he hits a line drive. It goes off the glove of the third baseman. And that'll be an error. Hit hard, but right at Nick Michaels, and that's his 16th error of the year. And the Chukars have runners at first and second with nobody out.
For the Chukars, number 33, catcher, Hunter Hiskey.
Here's Hunter Hiskey, who's in a big-time funk. He's just 1 for his last 15.
Well, now you got to take advantage of this. We talked about starting a rally, continuing it, and we want to make sure that this is the inning. You squander first and third, nobody out, and now you've got first and second, nobody out here. You want to move these guys over, get these guys in.
Hunter takes the pitch down low. We will check that instant replay, but the ball was right in the glove of Nick Michaels. It was hit hard, no doubt about that. Didn't really have to move. And here's the 1-0 pitch. High fly ball center field. Goldfarb has a beat on it, still going back. He's going to make the catch. Feinstein is going to tag and go to third. So now runners at first and third for Daniel Martins Molinari, who can make up for the error he committed in the top half of this inning.
Upon review, error by the third baseman Michaels.
Okay. Similar play last night off the glove of the first baseman, but the first baseman had to go high and to his right. Daniel 2 for 3 in last night's game. Had a 2-home run game in Boise. Takes the pitch for a called strike 1. 1 out, but 2 runners on base for the Chukars. They're down 4-1 as we play here in the third. That pitch is low. Nice play by Pacheco to save a run, as he had to backhand the fastball that was in the dirt.
You notice what Ramos is doing. He is switching up his delivery almost every other pitch. It's either a big kick, sometimes he turns, sometimes
does the hesitation.
Sometimes a little hesitation, some sort of like a strange leg kick to first sometimes.
The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Some high heat, and it's 1-2. He's got some fancy footwork on the mound, does Isaiah Ramos. Kona Quiggle on deck. One and two, and the pitch is fouled off. We'll do the 1-2 again.
This is Molinari's shot here. You know, he, in the beginning of the season, was starting almost every day at catcher, and he was coming through with big hits. He had that big home run against Missoula here off of Pena, and this is his shot now with first and third, 1 out.
Takes it high, good eye, 2-2. Feinstein at third, Andrew Don at first, 1 away. The 2-2 pitch, that's low, ball 3. Three and 2 as Ramos has walked 4. With 1 out, I don't think Don's going to be running. He's not. And it's a swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Ramos. His first. And it'll be up to Kona Quiggle, who was at the plate with the bases loaded in the first and couldn't get anybody home. And out comes Dean Stiles, and Does he bring the hook with him?
Is he going to bring in the righty to face Quiggle?
I don't think so. You wouldn't think that. But you never know with a manager, Dean Stiles.
Conventional wisdom says no, and it looks like this is just going to be a talk of strategy.
Kona hit a high fly ball to center to end the first. The Bandits one pitch away from winning the second game of the Northwest Tournament. This is bottom of the sixth. Maybe the Bandits are the home team. Well, here comes Kona.
Now batting here Idaho Falls Chukars, number 25, Kona Quiggle.
Whoa. The dulcet tones of Scoops Hall on the microphone. The guy can do it all, folks. This is a big part of the game right here. And Kona swings and chops it foul. Just got a piece of it on the end of his bat. It's 0-1.
I like the aggressiveness, though. You saw in his last at-bat, swung at the first two. Here he swings at the first one. Trust your bat. Go out there. Try to hit one. You don't want to let the lefty get the better of you. You want to beat him.
A long fly ball to center. Goldfarb on his horse. He looks up. This one is going to be off the wall. One run scores. Here's run number 2 scores. And Kona Quiggle with a big 2-out, 2-run double. And it's now 4-3. And who says he can't hit left-handers?
Well, that was a fastball on the outside part of the plate. There was nothing to fool him there, and that was just power on power, and he was swinging, and he delivered. And now the Chukars a base hit away from tying this ball game.
Well, Kona left him loaded in the first. Second time around, he knocks in 2 with 2 away. And here's Hogan Brown. For Kona, his 17th double RBIs, 47 and 48. And the Chukars back into this game.
So both of those runs would be unearned then.
Yep. The big wave comes up big. First pitch to Hogan Hero chases Hogan Hero. Hogan Brown chases one in the dirt.
What was his first name on the show? Now that I'm thinking of it. He was Colonel Hogan.
Yep.
That would have been his last name then, right?
Mm-hmm. Hogan. Yep.
So what was it? Did he? Did they say on the show what his
Maybe
first
they
name
didn't.
was?
Time to check in with our friend,
Oh yeah.
Mr. Google. 1-1 the count. I remember LeBeau and, of course, Sergeant Schultz. 1-1 the count. Tying run at second base. The pitch. High pop-up, shallow left field. Going back as the shortstop Parks. Coming in as Aliciatis. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 3. But the Chukars pick up a big 2-out base knock by Kona Quiggle. They score 2 runs on just 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 left on base. We played 3. On your Thursday night, Chukars trailed Ogden by a 4-3 score. Your line score through 3, Ogden 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Idaho Falls 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. And for your middle inning play-by-play, here's Tyler Peterson.
We got a ball game, John.
Yes, we do.
4-3, the Raptors lead. Ellis, I've liked what we've seen from him thus far. He's pitched pretty well against the Raptors. He's given up 3 earned so far.
Really only 1 hard hit ball.
Yeah, and now I think about it, I neglected the Pacheco double in my mind. So 2 hard hit balls, both to right field. One was an out, one was a 2-run double.
Gator toss brought to you by Project Filter. Now batting for the Ogden Raptors.
It'll be Taylor, Pacheco, and Estrada, the bottom of the order to face Ellis here. Damon Ellis in his first Chukars start. Right-hander out of Detroit, Michigan. His first pitch to Taylor on its way. Breaking ball. That is a called strike 1 on the outside corner.
Had a 5-1 record with the Voyagers of Great Falls.
A team that I don't think had many more than 15 wins in the first half. A 1 pitch, a ball fouled over the Chukars dugout. It's 0-2. And 2 to Taylor. Ellis to the plate. This is swung on and missed. Curveball in the dirt. It's picked up by Hiskey. He throws on to first. He completes the strikeout 2-3. And that's Ellis's 3rd strikeout. Well, Ellis struck out 7 Raptors back on May the 29th. He struck out 5 Raptors back on the 30th of July.
12 strikeouts, 12 innings pitched against Ogden.
And he has as many earned runs today as he's given up. In each of the last 2 starts, 3 earned on the 29th of May, 3 runs, 2 earned on the 30th of July. He's got 4 allowed, 3 earned. Breaking ball for a called strike 1. Top of inning number 4, 4-3 Raptors over the Chucks. This is Nico Pacheco, who had that 2-run double to the opposite field. Pitch to the plate, breaking ball. That's a called strike 2, and it's 5 pitches and 5 breaking balls from Ellis here in the 4th. Pacheco going to take an extra little second. 0-2 pitch to Pacheco outside with the breaking ball. It's 1-2. Pacheco coming into the game batting .319, just 1 home run and 14 RBI, but he picked up RBI 15 and 16 today. The 1-2 pitch, that's in the dirt, blocked by Hiskey. It's now 2-2. Still staying with the breaking balls, Ellis. Pacheco's swatting away bugs. I swear, John, once the lights go off, or at least when the game is over and we leave 1 or 2 light towers open and clean up the field, every bug known to human existence comes out and decides to swarm near those lights. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Pacheco from Ellis. Fastball fouled back. Stay 2-2.
Keep your back straight. Go to the home of the back.
4 more games on our homestand, all against this Ogden Raptors team. Then we will say bye to Ogden until, well, maybe next season, maybe the postseason this year. Who knows? Ogden already in the postseason. The Chukars would need to get to the championship game. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, strike 3 called, and Pacheco, all he can do is turn around and walk back to the dugout with bat in hand.
That's 3 straight strikeouts for Damon.
And there's 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Here's Estrada, and John, as you said, he has not been hitting all that great recently. He took an 0 for 3 last night before being replaced by Bryce Debs. First pitch to Estrada is in the dirt. He showed bunt. He pulled it back. I gotta say, Debs was an interesting at bat because the dude was 6'7" standing in the box. I believe he took a walk.
Actually, Debs struck out his first time up, then he was hit by a pitch on a 3-0 count.
This pitch fouled away.
Final score from Gillette, Wyoming, the Idaho Falls Bandits 1, Gillette, Wyoming 0. So the Bandits move on in the Northwest tournament.
Well, that's definitely good news. The Bandits, who we followed extremely closely last year, and we still follow this year as well on KSPZ. This ball is fouled away. It's 1-2.
Fans, we have a final score from the American Legion game final in Wyoming. The Bandits 1, Gillette 0.
1-2 to Calvin Estrada, top of inning number 4. Base is empty against the 9th place man from Ogden, Ellis, from the windup. He kicks, he fires, and that's high, taken from Estrada. It's 2-2. Ellis going for his 4th straight strikeout, and Estrada was chasing breaking balls in his last at-bat. We'll see if they go back to that breaking ball here. Gets a sign from Hiskey. Nods in approval. He kicks. He fires. Breaking ball. That's flared to right. That's a base hit from Estrada. And give Estrada credit for fighting that ball off. So a 2-out hit for Estrada. That'll bring the top of the order, Broughton, up to the plate. A lot of times when the Chukars have brought in guys outside the organization to pitch, you know, they have to sort of get up to speed with getting built up to be a starter. But Ellis, he's actually on turn. This was the day he was supposed to start for Great Falls anyway. So he is ready to go to throw a lot of pitches tonight. Here's the first pitch to Broughton. Breaking ball swung on a miss. Broughton, an aggressive hitter, and he swings over that pitch that was below the zone. Ellis acquired in a trade yesterday and officially on the roster today with the Great Falls Voyagers for cash considerations. Here's a breaking ball. That's low. 1-1. So the Chukars did not have to trade a member of their roster to Great Falls. Instead, it was a swapping of assets, if you will. It's 1-1 to Broughton. Now Ellis steps off. Keeping an eye on these storms, and it looks like we are in sort of the eye of the hurricane here, as it's all around us, but not in Idaho Falls. A ground ball to Barmaky, and it's off his glove. It's into right center field. This is going to be an error, and the ball goes into second. Another ball gets away, and Ellis is going to have the runner at the plate. The throw is in time. What on earth was Estrada doing? 4-9-1-2, I believe, on that putout, and I am not sure why Estrada tried to advance home on a ball that was thrown right in front of him. The inning is over. The Raptors do not score, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Chukars trail by 1 on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. A crazy way to end the top of the fourth. It's 4-3. The Raptors lead over the Chukars, but a ground ball to Steve Barmakian. He just let it get right underneath his glove. Kona Quiggle throwing the ball in as Estrada went to third. The ball was going into second to prevent Broughton to go to second, and it got away from Van Marter, and the ball ended up down the third base path, but that's exactly where Damon Ellis was standing, and I don't think Estrada had any idea that Ellis was there. And he flipped the ball similar to how Derek Jeter got Jeremy Giambi out at home plate. Yankees A's in the playoffs. It was a similar situation to that. He just flipped it to the catcher Hiskey. First pitch to Van Marter from Tate Budnick is a called strike one. Tate Budnick taking over for Ramos, who goes 3 innings, allowing 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 of which was earned, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. Pitch to Van Marter is in the dirt. 1-1 to Tyler Van Marter, who lined out to the first baseman softly. Pitch to the plate. This is swung on, fouled away. Budnick this year, ERA of 7.99, and as John said, one of the higher amounts in the Pioneer League for amounts of home runs given up. He's given up 13. That's certainly the most on the Raptors, and it would be the most on the Chukars as well. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Van Marter. He swings, flies this down the right field line. Over is Broughton toward the corner. He will... What's the call? Drops the ball, I suppose. No, he did not catch it. Now we get the call. We had to wait a long time for the first base umpire, Scott Esterholt, to finally make the call down the first baseline. I think
Broughton might be hurt.
I think Broughton, he fell down and didn't move. And I think Scott Esterholt was waiting to see if he was going to come up with the ball or without the ball.
And the trainer for Ogden going out to check on Broughton.
And Broughton right now is down in a crouch. He's trying to get up. The trainer doesn't really want him to get up. I think, John, when he was trying to make that catch, he stretched out, and he must have gotten very close to that Chukars bullpen, and I'd imagine he might have taken a tumble. It's hard for us to see because that's sort of a hidden area behind that fence and that Brady's hot tub down the first base line, so we didn't get a very good look at it. We were waiting for the umpire to make the call, and I hope that Broughton is feeling all right. Still being attended to in right field.
You mentioned Budnick's giving up the home runs. He's tied for third in giving up the most home runs by Pioneer League pitchers. So Tate gives up the taters. As they're checking on Rusty Broughton. Not Rusty Broughton, Josh Broughton. Who's Rusty Broughton?
I have no idea, but now we're going to have to look it up.
I think it's a friend of mine in high school.
Broughton will stay in this ballgame. He walks back to his position. And that high school would be, John?
Coronado High School, El Paso, Texas. The class of, I can't remember.
Those documents are permanently sealed, huh?
Yeah, along with my police record. No, just kidding, folks.
Well, now we've got to wait for the trainer to return to the Ogden dugout. Van Marter, go ahead, John.
I was going to say Budnick also listed as a catcher. He's 5'11", 210. Played at the University of Portland.
And was on the Helena Brewers in 2018 when our mutual friend Greg Mraz, friend of the broadcast, former Chukars broadcaster, was in Helena as well. 1-2 pitch to Van Marter is in the dirt, 2-2.
I talked to the Wizard this week. Living the dream in San Francisco.
I think he is getting ready for football season at the Pac-12 Network. 2-2 pitch, that is strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Van Marter takes a pitch that is way, way too close to take. And now here's with one out, Steve Barmakian. A little bit of a interlude there as we waited for the treatment of Broughton in right field. This pitch hit the center field. Back is Goldfarb. He's in front of the track. He is at the wall. He makes the catch.
On a typical night here at Melaleuca, that might have been out of here. But Old Glory just hanging there, no wind whatsoever.
Graceful strides from Goldfarb. He tracks it down. Barmakian, a well-hit ball, and he was making a bid for his first home run of the year. Now here's Webb Little. 2 gone in the inning. First 2 batters. 4-3. The Raptors lead the Chukars. Here's Webb Little, who doubled and then flied out to left field. He's 1 for 2. First pitch from Budnick is a half swing, and it is a called strike or a strike on the swing. It looks like a strike on the swing. If I was Webb, I might have tried to appeal toward third there. But he seems to agree with home plate umpire Blair Peepo. It's 0-1. Budnick to the plate. That's low. It's 1-1. 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 4. Chukars with 3 hits in this ball game, but they've scored 3 times. Pitch to the plate, that floats outside. It's 2-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Bases are empty against Webb. Pitch to the plate, he swings, he hits this into the glove of Taylor. Did he catch it on a line? Yes, he did. And L3 to end the inning. The Chukars go down in order, 1, 2, 3, and the inning is over. We head to the top of the 5th. It's 4-3 Raptors on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. Top of the 5th inning. Damon Ellis back on the mound. Tyler Peterson and John Balgini in a 4-3 ball game live from Melaleuca Field. It's the Chucks and the Raptors. And it's the Toyota 5th inning check-in. So you know what that means. We want to hear from you if you're out there anywhere. And if you're here in Melaleuca Field, I always appreciate it if you give me a wave. If you're listening to tonight's ball game, let me know you're listening. I see 1 hand, I see 2 hand, 3 hand, 4 hand. Over here I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, and all the way down there I think I've got a 9. Thank you so much for listening to KSPZ 980 as Shaw takes a first pitch strike from Damon Ellis. Shaw struck out in his last at bat, and I believe all of them were on breaking balls. Breaking ball stays high. But if you're not here in the stadium, let me know on Twitter, on Facebook, or on our YouTube live chat. If you are watching this game, I see there's 86 folks watching right now. Even if you're a Raptors fan, we want to hear from you. We want to see everyone across the nation and maybe internationally as well who are watching tonight. 1-1 pitch is high. When we were playing the Vibes, we got a great response from Mexico and Venezuela as well, and we appreciate everyone checking in from those countries. Chukars baseball, an international sport for sure. 2-1 to Shaw. Raul Shaw is 0 for 2. Here's a breaking ball. That's grounded foul.
Tyler, in that 1-0 Idaho Falls Bandits win, 3 pitchers combined for a no-hitter.
Oh my.
Nate Rose was the winning pitcher, and he had the only RBI of the ball game, but Nate Rose, Davin Luce, and Bradley Thompson, 2 Idaho Falls Tigers and 1 Bonneville Bee, combined for a no-hitter in the Northwest American Legion tournament.
You're going to test my memory here. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Shaw. Hits this to right. Over is Quiggle. On the run, he makes the catch.
Boy, Kona got a good jump on that.
You know, it's a little darker now, John, so from a dark gray sky, we go to basically a pitch black sort of roof over us, and maybe a little easier to see fly balls now. But I think one of my favorite parts of covering the Bandits, Nate Rose, when he was on the mound, every once in a while he'd drop down sidearm and spin one of those pitches in. Here's Pavin Parks. Parks is 0 for 2, but he was on base via the Daniel Martins Molinari error.
I think the Bandits are 2 wins away from going back to the American Legion World Series in Shelby, North Carolina. Of course, in 2019, Chukar first base coach Caden White was a key member of that team.
First pitch to Parks. He takes down low from Ellis. That was a fastball, and it's 1-0. Let's see who's checked in with us. We've got some folks from Michigan, including Jan Quiggle. Rosemary Atwater, as always, listening in from rainy Tampa. You can keep the rain there as well. 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss on what looked like a changeup there. He doesn't throw the changeup very often, but it was a good one there from Damon Ellis. Matt Frymeyer watching from home tonight in Idaho Falls. Go Chukars, he says. One pitch to Parks, a swing and a foul. That pitch was in the dirt, but Parks chased after it anyway. 1-2. Parks is going to take a step out of the box. Now he's back in the box. Just the helmet. We're ready to go. Here's the 1-2 from Damon Ellis. Starts his motion, he kicks, he fires, and it's a swing and a foul back to the screen again.
Straight back. Let's keep your back straight. Go to the home of the Backstate Raptors.
There's some hail in the area. They're showing it on the news, but not hailing here, thank goodness. Here's another 1-2 to Parks. He swings, hits this to center. Over is Brown. Looks like he is camped under this one, and he makes the catch. 2 fly ball outs, and right now Ellis is pitching really well, but this offense cannot get him enough support. The Chukars are trailing 4-3 right now. They've had their chances. They left 3 men on in inning number 1. Left men on in the second and the third, and then they went 1-2-3 in the 4th inning. Here's Michaels. Michaels is 1 for 2 with a single. Ellis to the plate, breaking ball. That's called strike 1 on the inside corner, and it's a good breaking ball from Ellis. It's a good breaking ball because he can basically put it wherever he wants. When he wants to put it below the zone, it's not a ball that bounces in front of the plate. It's a ball that hits the catcher as the glove is coming to the ground. If he wants to spot it on the inside, it doesn't go in and hit the batter. It curves right into the inside corner. Another pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and there's that good breaking ball again. And it's no wonder that he's had previous success against the Raptors, an aggressive team that likes to hit the fastball. 0-2 with 2 outs. He kicks, he throws, breaking ball just off the plate. It's 1-2. Ellis starts his motion, the 1-2, that's in the dirt. So that one did miss. Hiskey blocks it. Next pitch, a ground ball toward Barmaking, gets a nice big hop. He throws on to first. 1, 2, 3. Go the Raptors. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. Chukars with work to do. They trail by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. Tyler Peterson and John Valgini. We are live from El Luca Field. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Chukars trail 4-3. Really nice performance so far from Damon Ellis in his first Chukars start. Andrew Don checking in with us on our Toyota 5th inning check-in on Twitter. And I enjoyed this word, Andrew. I was not familiar with it, and I had to look it up. He's saying he's enjoying the badinage and repartee of John and Tyler whilst sitting with my radiant bride. Thanks, Andrew. And thanks, Mrs. Dawn. This pitch is outside. It's ball 1 to Matt Feinstein.
I hope that's a compliment.
It was 1-1. Badinage, I was not familiar with the word. It means humorous or witty conversation.
Okay.
I might have to work that in. This is a ball that just sort of floated toward the catcher. Sort of a Bugs Bunny slow ball, and Pacheco really can't handle it. It falls away for ball 2.
By the way, it was Colonel Robert Hogan of Hogan's Heroes.
Thank you.
We'll pass that along.
I think Alexis Mongi would have been the Lobo of the group. Unfortunately, Alexis not with us anymore. He's with the Grand Junction Rockies. 2-0 to Feinstein. He takes a strike on the inside corner. On our YouTube live chat, Sylvia Ellis, Damon's mother, wants to say she's a proud mother and congratulations and go Chukars.
Nice to have Mrs. Ellis watching.
Kenneth Evans giving us a go Chukars on our YouTube page as well. That's a ball. It's 3-1. And for those 94 folks still watching on YouTube, just type in that chat. We want to know where you are, who you are, how you're listening to us. Even if you're a Raptors fan, check in with us as well. We love to bring you all this game tonight between two rival teams. This ball low. It's a leadoff walk for Matt Feinstein. And leadoff walks always spell trouble.
Second walk of the night for Matt. And again, he leads by far the Pioneer League in walks. I think he has 20 more than the second place guy. So not only is he hitting .395, but he's got a ton of walks as well.
My two favorite animals, Colt Mink in the Raptors bullpen right now as the lefty warms up. Perhaps maybe he will come in to face Hiskey, maybe Quiggle, who knows. Here's Andrew Dawn, the first pitch to Dawn. A line drive down the left field line. This will drop in for a base hit. Feinstein will go to third. Dawn thinking about two. The cutoff man takes the throw. Second base not being covered. Dawn takes the double, and there are two men on with nobody out. Hello, Situate.
Now batting, number 33, the catcher, Hunter Hiskey.
And now here's Hiskey. This will be a lefty-righty matchup. Hiskey against Budnick, and the Chukars now with a fantastic opportunity to take the lead in this ball game. Damon Ellis only given up 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those which are earned. And now Budnick wants a second to start the signs over with the catcher Pacheco.
And again, Hunter just 1 for his last 17. Would love a base hit here, as we would as well.
Budnick taking a long time. Now he comes set at the belt. Second and third, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. The first pitch is taken low for ball 1. The DeBonvilles are here, although Thomas not playing tonight. They're managing, I believe, a sore back. 1-0 pitch to Hiskey. He takes low and outside. It's 2-0. On deck is Daniel Martins Molinari. But if... Well, actually, it's sort of interesting. If they want to pinch it for Molinari, Dean Stiles could bring in a lefty if, say, they brought in someone like Brady West. 2-0 pitch to Hiskey. He takes a strike right at the knees. It's 2-1. Hiskey a fly out to left and a fly out to center. And right now, a fly out probably would tie up the game. Although a good arm in right field. Goldfarb has shown off a good arm as well. Left field probably your safest bet right now. 2-1 pitch. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Hiskey way ahead in the count now. Three and one to Hunter Hiskey. A 4-3 ball game. The Raptors lead. Budnick is set. The pitch to the plate. Hiskey, a line drive to right center, a base hit. This will score 2 runs. Hiskey is going to have extra bases. He goes into second with a 2-run double, and the Chukars have the lead, 5-4. Back-to-back doubles for Idaho Falls, and that will be it for Tate Budnick. Here comes Dean Stiles, and he is going to make the call for the left-hander, Colt Mink. This pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We will be back on KSPZ 980 The Sports Zone, your home for Fox Sports Radio and the Idaho Falls Chukars. Welcome back to our ball game. The Chukars have just taken the lead on a 2-run double with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Off the bat of Hunter Hiskey, Colt Mink is the new pitcher into the ball game for the Raptors, and the night ends early for the second pitcher out of the ball game for Dean Stiles, Tate Budnick.
Well, Budnick worked a perfect 1-2-3 in the 4th. He worked an unperfect 1-2-3 in the 5th, giving up a walk and back-to-back doubles.
Mink, a left-handed pitcher to face the right-handed hitting Daniel Martins Molinari. He's been good this year, has Mink, a 4.91 ERA in 8 games, a record of 0-1. But in 14 and 2/3 innings, he's only allowed 8 runs, only walked 8, and struck out 18.
And against the Chukars, 3 1/3 of no runs. By the way, tonight's attendance, 2,414, 2414 at the Loop tonight.
Slightly larger from yesterday, and we appreciate everyone who came out to the ball games tonight, and we appreciate all those who are watching or listening. It's still our Toyota 5th inning check-in, so still time to check in with us, interact with our broadcast. We'd love to hear from everybody out there, whether you are a Chukars fan, a Raptors fan, or if you've just all of a sudden stumbled onto us. Maybe you went on a YouTube rabbit hole of watching baseball highlights, and all of a sudden this was a recommended video in your suggestions. Who knows? Perhaps it was destiny that you are watching Chukars baseball tonight.
Well, that was a huge hit for Hunter.
Colt Mink about to throw his first pitch of the night to Daniel Martins Molinari. It's to the plate, it's a breaking ball, and it's a called strike 1. Daniel Martins Molinari, a right-hander, and then 2 lefties, Quiggle and Brown. Nobody out, Hiskey at second, and a 5-4 lead for Idaho Falls. Next pitch to the plate, Molinari swings, he misses, but the ball gets past Pacheco. It's to the back screen, and to third goes Hiskey on the wild pitch. And it was another breaking ball. It fooled Molinari, and it had so much break to it that it bounced, maybe even on home plate, which is why Nico Pacheco could not corral it. In any case, to third goes Hiskey, and now Molinari just needs to put a ball in play here to get Hiskey in. Middle infield is back. The corner infielder is about halfway. The outfield is playing straight up. Medium depth. 0-2 to the plate. Molinari fouls it back. So he stays alive.
Well, no good news in Billings. The Mustangs 14, Missoula 4. That game in the top of the 8th, so the Chukars need a win to stay 3 back of the first place Mustangs.
0-2 the count. Mink to the plate. Molinari takes just high. 1-2. Some more folks checking in with us. Hi, Tyler and John. The Moosas, hope you said your name right, are watching from home.
That's Baseball Bob.
Ah.
And his lovely wife, I don't know how she puts up with him, Georgia. Georgia, you need a medal.
1-2. The pitch to the plate, swung on, fouled off again. So Molinari making some kids happy.
You know, Colt Mink could be the ladies' favorite pitcher in the Pioneer League, because what lady doesn't like Mink?
And how about that hair on Colt Mink as well? It's got the flowing locks. The Kai Howell-esque hair. That's my only point of reference. Kai, of course, a member of the Bandits team last year, and is he still on the team this year?
Yep.
All right. Pitch swung on and missed. Molinari chased above the hands. He was way late on that fastball at 88, and he is not able to put a ball in play here. He strikes out for the second time, and Mink strikes out the first batter he faces. There's one away.
Last night, Chukar batters struck out 11. That's only the 3rd strikeout tonight by Idaho Falls hitters. Here's Cohen, a big 2-run double his last time up.
The big wave.
Mm-hmm.
Kona at the plate, Hiskey at third. Pitch to the plate. There's a swing and a foul away. That ball was coming in on Quiggle, but like we've seen, he's being aggressive on left-handed pitching right now.
Bob Malacki nearly got it. And out on the field, it's foul ball Paul.
I'm a little bit surprised that Dean Stiles is not bringing the infield in here on 1 out. Maybe a runner with a little bit more speed they would, but they're playing back on Hiskey, except for the third baseman. It's 0-1 to Kona. The pitch, that's over the head of Kona. It's 1-1. Damon Ellis Sr. wants to say thank you on our YouTube live chat. Idaho Falls for accepting Damon to your team. May he bring you the best that he has to offer. Take care of him. Well, we're trying to get him some runs right now, Damon.
Let's score some more.
Chukars have the lead right now in the bottom of the 5th, 5-4. Mink to the plate on 1-1. Kona takes high. It's 2-1. Kona now in the driver's seat. Some folks checking in with us on Facebook as well. We'll get to you. Mink comes set. The pitch to the plate, a line drive down the first baseline. Oh, just foul. Just foul. And Kona almost was able to get that ball over the first base bag, and it just missed being extra bases.
Just missed Trevor Walker, the first base umpire, but a good call. It was foul. Of course, the fans didn't think so, but they had their rose-colored glasses on.
Two and two to Kona. He almost had his second double of the game off a lefty. Mink looking for a strikeout. Setting up outside. Here's the pitch. It's swung on. It's popped up. Out to center field. Goldfarb coming in. This will not be deep enough. He makes the catch. Hiskey with a bluff. The throw to the plate is cut off by Taylor. Hiskey took about 2 steps off of third. And Mink, he comes into the game and he gets the first 2 batters out, a strikeout and a flyout. And it's up to Hogan Brown.
Now that is 29, center fielder, Hogan Brown.
Brown today, 0 for 2, a ground out and a flyout. Wind now is picked up slightly, blowing from left to right. Slightly blowing in. Lefty-lefty matchup. Mink is set at the chest. His first pitch to Hogan Brown is a strike on the outside corner. Fastball at 89. Mink is set. His next pitch to the plate, a ground ball foul. It's 0-2. Well, you can pencil this in as another missed opportunity if the Chukars cannot get Hiskey in from third. They only lead by 1. And in the Pioneer League, it's almost like you don't lead at all. Mink bent over the waist, arm dangling. Now he comes back.
A la Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah, remember Heath Bell? Heath Bell would like sway it. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Brown, swung on toward left field. That will drop in for a base hit, and Brown has his first Chukars RBI, as he will have to get back to first. A huge 2-out hit, and the Chukars now lead 6-4. Hiskey scores, and that's 3 runs in. All 3 runs you can attribute to Budnick's line. 3 runs, 3 earned. And now here's Tyler Van Marter.
Tyler Van Marter.
Brown fought it off, got a pitch that he could do something with and flared it out to left. Now I think we'll see Brown run here off a lefty. 2 outs, the righty at the plate. I think you might see Brown go. First pitch to Van Marter. He swings and misses over a changeup.
Wearing that big oven mitt on his left hand.
Big at bat for Brown, playing in the stead of Thomas DeBonville. Pitch to the plate. Brown takes high, breaking ball. It's 1-1. We got 100 folks on the dot watching on YouTube. Thanks to all of you who have tuned in and check in with us. Just type your name into that live chat there. We'll let you know you're listening. 1-1 pitch to Van Marter is low. Brown does not go again. It's 2-1. Gardy giving signs from third. "17 stolen bases this year at Virginia Commonwealth for Hogan Brown." Doesn't go. The pitch to Van Marter is swung on and missed. A huge cut from Van Marter. Swung out of his shoes there, did number 4. And it's 2-2. Bottom of the 5th, Chukars lead by 2, 6-4 over the Raptors. They've come back. 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 3 in the 5th. 2-2 pitch, a ground ball towards Taylor. He grabs it. He jogs over to first. 3 unassisted on the out. And the inning is over, but a 3-run rally for Idaho Falls. 2 brought in by the double from Hiskey, and 1 on the RBI single off the bat of Hogan Brown. We head to the top of the 6th. It is 6-4 Chukars on KSPZ 980. Top of inning number 6, the Chukars with 3 runs in the previous frame have taken the lead at 6-4. Tyler Pearson and John Balgini with you. You listening, maybe watching. Maybe you're like Justin Fulmer, who's checked in with us on Twitter. He's sitting in the center section here at Melaleuca Field watching the Chukars and the Raptors.
With his lovely wife, Shelley. You can't forget Shelley, Justin.
Maybe you're like Marla Harris watching on YouTube from Idaho Falls. Kim Matthews also watching on YouTube in Ammon. Matt Goodson. He's not listening, but he's here at the game. We have Alexandra Leha, who I would have to imagine is the mother of new pitcher Alex Leha. Listening to you from Detroit, Michigan. Yep, my son is a pitcher on the Chukars. We welcomed him to Melaleuca today. First pitch to Jacob Goldfarb, a called strike on the breaking ball on the outside from Ellis. Goldfarb 1 for 1. He walked, scored a run, stole a base. He's doubled in a run. As usual, he's caused damage. Breaking ball, grounded to first. Molinari on the backhand gets a bad hop. He's going to run to first and just beats Goldfarb, who trips over the bag, but he's okay. An awkward play there as Molinari got a bad hop, had to stick it in the backhand, and even as he got in the backhand, he sort of caught it in the heel of the glove.
Goldfarb limping, holding his hip.
Yeah, I think he sort of caught his heel on the back of the bag and sort of did a little tumble. But we hope he's okay. Importantly for the Chukars, there's 1 away. He's been a little dinged up in this series. Took a ball off the ankle yesterday. Here's Alexiadis, who shows bunt, puts down a beauty, and Ellis needs to let this go foul, and he does. Wow. Almost a fantastic bunt from Alexiadis. But Tony keeps that grass cut at an angle. No, I'm just kidding, but Always like to shout out Tony McCarty, our groundskeeper.
Final in Billings 14-4. The Mustangs are 13-4 in the second half.
And they cleaned house and they brought in a whole new bunch of guys, and who saw that coming? Scott Humphreys watching the game at the stadium today. Pitch Alexiades, that's fouled off. It's 0-2 to Reese. He's 1 for 2 today. The left fielder, he's singled in a run and he's struck out. Travis and Sidney Davis watching at home on YouTube. Thanks for following along again tonight, guys. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball. That is just off the plate. An excellent pitch. And if it wasn't called strike 3, it must have been a little off the plate, but I don't know how you lay off of that pitch if you're Alexiades. Maybe he was fooled, and it was a good thing he was fooled, at least for his sake. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, hit to center. Hogan Brown backs up a little bit. He's there. He makes the catch, backpedaling toward the center field wall. There's 2 outs in the inning, and for Ellis, that's 5 straight.
Looking for his third 3-up, 3-down frame out of 6.
Here's Taylor. We do have action in that Chukars bullpen. Here's a fly ball, little nubber, that's just fouled on the left field line. It's 0-1. We might have another Chukars debut. As I look down toward that bullpen, I don't recognize that windup, so I believe, yes, that's Alex Fishberg, who was on the team yesterday, joined us yesterday. 0-1 pitch to Taylor. It hits Taylor on the arm. Fastball at 91. And so the Raptors have a 2-out base runner.
Oh, we have 2 new players, both named Alex.
Yep, Alex Leha and Alex Fishberg. Fishberg joined the team yesterday. He wears number 13. We have Damon Ellis, who wears 51 on the mound today, throwing a pretty good game. And we have Alex Leha, who joined the team. 2 Alexes, and Leha will wear 12. So a 2-out hit by pitch, that's not insignificant at all to this Raptors offense. So you want to try to finish this inning strong. Here's Pacheco. And Damon would love to walk off this mound here in the 6th with the ball in his hand. Check on first, back is Taylor. Pitch to the plate. Pacheco, ground ball toward third. Webb Little bobbles it. He gets up. He's going to throw on to first. It is in time, and just barely so. A 5-3 put out and a big ground ball out for Damon Ellis. He walks off, and for my money, he was the money tonight. We go to the bottom of inning number 6. 6-4 Chukars on KSPZ 980. Bottom of inning number 6, Chukars and Raptors. Tyler Peterson, John Balgini, live inside the Jim Gar Show radio booth.
Just heard from Nate Jenkins. Dick and Mary Kay Jenkins, they're here in their usual seats here at the ballpark.
We have a check-in from Carlos Ramos, watching from beautiful California. Shout out to Tyler Van Martyr and my son Isaiah Ramos from the Raptors. University of Antelope Valley teammates and roommates. Great memories watching them play together and now against each other. Tyler, wish you the best. Thanks so much, Carlos. We'll pass those on. Eli Ferguson also listening, as is Dim George. Dim George? No.
Dim George.
Dim George. Jim George on our YouTube channel. Thanks so much. Here's Steve Barmakian against Colt Mink. Barmakian, Webb Little, and Matt Feinstein. First 3 hitters to face Mink, and the first pitch to Barmakian, he swings and fouls it away. It's 0-1. I guess odd innings only for the Chukars so far. 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 3 in the fifth. Let's see if they can break that.
That means 4 in the 7th.
That sounds good to me, too, as well. Got a thumbs up here. Pitch to Barmakian, that is high. It's 1-1. Good strike zone from Blair Peepo tonight. He has been nothing but consistent, especially with these breaking balls floating in toward the top of the strike zone. I think he's calling the pitch as thrown, not where the catcher catches it. The 1-1 pitch, that's in the dirt, because for a breaking ball, it can sort of sometimes, in a matter of speaking, bend up and over the strike zone into the glove of the catcher sometimes. Where it crosses the plate and where it's caught are 2 different spots. 2-1 pitch to Barmakian. He takes a strike on the inside. It's a fastball, and it's a call, strike 2. Mink from the windup. A big nod toward his catcher Pacheco. He waits on the mound. He throws. It's a breaking ball. It's high. It's 3-2. Mink trying the hesitation. The Barmakians watching from Jersey Shore. Thanks so much, Leslie and family.
Home of the great MTV show.
3-2.
Tongue-in-cheek.
I believe there's a new team as well in minor league baseball. 3-2 pitch to the plate. That is high. It's ball 4, and Barmakian with his, count him, 3rd walk of the ball game. I'll boost the old OBP.
He has 3, and Feinstein's been walked twice, so that's 5 of the 6 free passes the Chukars have received tonight.
I'm sure you're familiar with the Blue Crabs, John, or the Blue Claws, I should say. Mm-hmm. They are now formerly the Lakewood Blue Claws, now the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. High A affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies. Here's Webb Little. First pitch to Webb. This is swung on, popped up, out of play. 0-1. This is a lefty-lefty matchup, and no one warming in the bullpen, so Mink's inning right now. He'll face a few righties after Webb. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Barmakian on at first. He has a leadoff walk. Set is Mink on the mound, staring at Barmakian. He kicks, he fires to the plate. Webb takes high. It's 1-1. Got to bend out of the way there. One and 1 to Webb. Here's the pitch from Mink. This is a ground ball, foul. Caden White makes the play. And he'll throw that ball into the stands and hope Kevin's not watching. It's 1-2.
Caden White having the summer of his life. A baseball nut from being a little boy. A great baseball player.
1-2 pitch on its way. That floats toward the top of the strike zone, but it's high. It's 2-2. Chris Adolfson watching and listening from Shelley, and we appreciate everyone who checked in with us. We will close the window on our check-in for tonight, and we appreciate your continued support of the Chukars on KSPZ 980. There goes Barmakian, a 2-2 pitch in the dirt. The throw from Pacheco is not in time. Barmakian There it is, John. Finally, his first stolen base of the season.
And more importantly, in scoring position for Little, Feinstein, and Don.
He also stays out of the potential double play.
Correct.
You want to keep these rallies going, and right now 2 outs on 1 pitch is a rally killer. Chukars up 6-4 here in the bottom of the 6th, but with this team, you want more, a lot more, in fact. Three-two pitch to Webb Little. Mink to the plate. That is low. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Colt Mink. And the Chukars have something brewing. Start out this rally for free. And now a right-hander begins to loosen for the Raptors in their bullpen. And now here comes Dean Stiles. I think this will be an effort to give that righty some time, and I think this will be the 3rd visit for Stiles as well. He might be out of visits after this one. That looks like Tanner Rogan. And has the call been made? I believe the call has been made. So the righty is coming in. This pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We'll be back on KSPZ 980, your home for Fox Sports and the Idaho Falls Chukars. I didn't think he was out there for very long at all.
No.
Does this say row to you? That doesn't say row. That sounds like row to me, not row.
Yeah, Rogan.
Rogan,
Yeah.
okay. How does it feel? I remember we played this last year. Tanner Rogan is the new pitcher out of the bullpen for Dean Stiles. The Chukars have not seen Rogan this year. He replaces Colt Mink.
Colt Mink, 1+ innings, gave up a hit, 2 walks, a strikeout, a wild pitch, and both runners on base, his responsibility.
Rogan is a right-handed pitcher. He's 6'3", 218. Speak of the devil, John, he's from Gillette, Wyoming. So maybe a double dose of Idaho Falls over Gillette tonight if Feinstein, Don, and Hiskey can come through. Of course, the Idaho Falls Bandits, not only did they win, but
They beat Gillette, Wyoming, in the second round of the Northwest Pacific Tournament.
and how did they do so?
3 pitchers combined for a no-hitter.
Fantastic way
Yep.
to win a regional game.
Good luck to Ryan Alexander and the Bandits tomorrow as
Tan-
we follow them.
Tanner Rogan went to Oral Roberts University. So he majored in dentistry then, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Here's Matt Feinstein. 2 men on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Feinstein today is 1 for 1. An RBI single all the way back in the first inning. And then he's walked twice, and both of those walks have ended up in him scoring runs, so he's been all over the place today.
And his single in the first extended his hit streak to 15 in a row, the longest right now in the Pioneer League.
6-4 game. First pitch to Feinstein is inside for ball one. Fastball at 89 from Rogan. Spells it like Seth Rogen, R-O-G-E-N.
Not Joe Rogan.
Not Joe Rogan. This is only his third game. Check second. A flap of the glove. Here's the pitch. Feinstein swings and misses. Maybe a little two-seamer, perhaps a cutter. That was at 86. It's 0-2 to Feinstein. Or excuse me, 1-1 to Feinstein. 2 men on, nobody out. Chukars. Another good chance to extend their 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Just past the 10 o'clock hour. This pitch way outside. Pacheco with a nice backhanded catch in midair. Or else that would have been a free 180 feet for the 2 base runners.
Rogan's first professional action this summer.
Both runners take some pretty healthy leads. It's Barmakian at second, it's Webb Little at first. They both walked. Rogan's pitch to Feinstein on 2-1. He swings, hits this toward left. In is Alexiades. He won't make the catch. They're going to hold Barmakian at third as he had to freeze on a weak line drive to left field. But for Feinstein, his second hit and the 4th time he's been on base tonight.
And that batting average now over 400 for Matt.
Bases loaded for Andrew Dawn.
And nobody out.
And now, I think in a situation like this, you got the heart of your lineup, you got the table setters setting the table for a magnificent feast. This is when you got to come out of this batting slump, these next 3 hitters. The team batting slump, the team struggling with hitting with runners in scoring position. We saw it earlier today with Hogan Brown. We saw it with Kona Quiggle. They started it. We got to keep it going now. First pitch to Dawn. He swings, fouls it off. Because in Boise, the team had a really tough time coming up in big situations. They played a lot of close games, lost a 2-run game, a 3-run game, a 4-run game. And you just think a hit here, continuing a longer bat here, there, maybe they would have been able to do better than the 2 wins in 6 games. 0-1 to Dawn. Pitch to the plate. Does that hit Dawn? No, it's just inside of Dawn. I think it goes off the blocker of Pacheco. And he wants time. It's 1-1. Odd. It made a very strange sound, and it must have been that of the knee off of Pacheco, and I think he was crossed up. He goes out to have a conversation with Rogan. And I do believe Rogan was throwing a pitch that Pacheco was not expecting. I couldn't quite tell. Maybe it hit Dawn, maybe it hit off the knob of his bat, but I think it missed the glove and it hit him off the knee. And listen, knee protectors or not, I mean, it's going to sting. One and one, Dawn. He's 1 for 3 today. The pitch to the plate, a swing and a miss, swung through a breaking ball. And it's 1-2. Flied out to right in his first at bat, reached on an error and scored in the 3rd, and then doubled in the 5th inning and scored in that inning as well. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the 6th, 6-4 our score, Chukars lead. Rogan set on the mound. It's 1-2 to Dawn. He kicks, he fires, that's in the dirt, blocked by Pacheco. It goes to 2-2.
We have a young lady in front of us videotaping this at-bat. Not on, well, on the phone.
2-2.
So obviously either somebody that knows Andrew Dawn or maybe Tanner Rogan.
Maybe Blair Peepo, who knows? Blair's been calling a good game. I
Yes, he has.
would keep this one for the archive. 2-2 to Don. Pitch to the plate. That's down low. 3-2 to Don. A good take by Andrew there. Three and two. Nobody out. Bases loaded for Andrew Don. Rogan on 3-2. This is a swing. A line drive to right field. A base hit. This will score 1 run. Will they hold the runner at third? They will, as Broughton with a good throw throws it in. But Andrew Don, he does come up in the clutch. A base hit to the opposite field. An RBI single. And the Chukars now lead 7-4. That's exactly what we wanted to see. These are the opportunities that the Chukars cannot pass up, especially against a good hitting team like Ogden. Still got a righty warming up in the Chukars bullpen. Perhaps the night for Damon Ellis is over. First pitch to Hiskey. That's taken outside for ball 1. What a great job from Don there on 3-2. Took that ball the other way. Didn't try to hit an 8-run homer, just served it to right. He keeps the rally going. He puts him up an RBI. This pitch low to the plate. It's 2-0. And now Hunter in the driver's seat. In the driver's seat of a nice Corvette right now. Bases loaded, no outs. You know about that Corvette life, don't you, John?
I do.
2-0 pitch to the plate. Hiskey swings, fouls it off. A 2-1 count. Well, that's, I don't know, maybe a nice Chevy Malibu. Something maybe not as nice, but decent car to get you around. 2-0 versus 2-1. Two-one pitch to Hiskey. He swings and misses. It's 2-2. What do we got now? The Prius? Prius was a good car. It's the first car I learned to drive on. It does its job, but you're not going to feel particularly great about yourself, I guguess.
As long as it's not a Ford Pinto.
2-2. Well, one more strike, maybe it's the Pinto. Right now, we're going with the Prius for Hiskey. 2-2, nobody out. The pitch to the plate, outside, 3-2. So we return to where Don was in the previous at-bat. 3-2, bases loaded, nobody out. This is a lefty-righty matchup. Hiskey, ready. Here's the pitch to the plate. This is swung on a line drive to right field. A base hit. 1 run scores. Gardy's going to send the trailing runner. Feinstein. Here's a throw to the plate. It's on the money. Feinstein slides in safe.
And that's how you break out of a 1-for-15 slump. 2 straight base hits, 4 RBI for Hunter Hiskey.
3 runs for the Chukars here in the bottom of the 6th. It's now 9-4 Idaho Falls.
And there's nobody warming up in the bullpen.
Don ends up at second. Hiskey, his 4th RBI, he's on at first. Here's Molinari, 0 for 2. First pitch, swung on a missed, breaking ball. It's 0-1 to Daniel Martins Molinari.
This was a 4-1 Ogden lead as we went to the bottom of the 3rd, and the Chukars have scored 8 unanswered.
Timely hitting by Idaho Falls. They have not missed these opportunities tonight. 0-1. Molinari, a swing and a miss. Missed that one a little bit more than the previous one. 2 breaking balls. And it's 0-2. Currently in the Hawks and Rocky Mountain, I always do that, Grand Junction Rockies game, Nate Fisbeck has just hit 3 home runs. Pitch to Molinari down low. And according to Leonard Berry of the Hawks, it's the 17th time in a Pioneer League game that has happened. 3 home runs from Nate Fisbeck, who we were impressed by, making his debut for the Hawks against the Chukars. 1-2 to Molinari. He takes strike 3 called on the outside corner, and he is gone looking. That's the hat trick for Molinari. Interestingly enough, those 3 strikeouts from 3 different pitchers.
Now batter, number 25, right fielder, Kona Quiggle.
That's just the first out in this inning, though. And now here's Kona Quiggle. The big wave is 1 for 3. 2-run double back in the 3rd inning. Good progress against these lefty pitchers. That pitch down low, and for Kona's peace of mind, I'll stop bringing it up because we were, I guess we were teasing him a little bit too. It's off of lefties, and with a smile, you guys got to let that go. 1-0 pitch, that's outside. 2-0. We'll let it go, Kona. You've done.
If he keeps hitting lefties, you got to let it go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Based on what he's done today, and listen, we've known Kona only for a short time, and he's probably hit lefties well before, and it just happened to be that he got into a particular slump against them with us. So.
But he's 3 for his last 6 against the left-handed pitchers.
Exactly right. 2-0 to Kona against a righty Rogan. Second is Dawn. At first is Hiskey. 1 out in the inning. It's the bottom of the 6th. It's 9-4 Idaho Falls. Pitch to Kona. That's taken high and outside. It's 3-0. I think we've got the bright green, neon green light here on 3-0. I would estimate anyway. 3-0 pitch to Kona. Is he swinging? He is not. He takes ball 4, just a touch low. The bases are loaded once more. And that will bring out Dean Stiles. And I believe he was going to make another change. It will be the 3rd pitcher of the inning. Looks like a right-hander was getting loose in the bullpen behind that screen. A little tough to see who it is, but this pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We'll be back on KSPZ 980, your home for Fox Sports and the Idaho Falls Chukars. The 3rd pitcher of the bottom of the 6th, it's Troy Whitty out of the bullpen, number 46. For the Raptors, he replaces fellow right-hander Tanner Rogan.
Rogan, a 3rd of an inning, 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, all 3 runners his responsibility. And I understand this big right-hander is a funny guy, Troy Whitty.
What was the word that we learned from Mr. Andrew Don today? I gotta look back at it again. Witty conversation.
This guy's 6'5", 220 out of Easton, Massachusetts. Played for the LSU Tigers, did Troy Witty.
Badinage, or badinage, I think it was, badinage, which means witty or funny conversation. And that's your word of the day. I like linguistics. I think it's very interesting, and I'd have to imagine that that word borrowed from French, perhaps?
Sounds like it's French.
Badinage. Here's Hogan Brown. Hogan, a 2-out RBI single to left in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3.
How would it be if Hogan went yard here?
I wouldn't.
Not a power hitter.
I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't bet on it.
He would become my hero for all time.
Brown against Witty. The first pitch from the right-hander to the plate. Swing, a line drive down the right field line. Over is Broughton. He makes the... No, he drops it! He drops it! 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. Here comes Hiskey to the plate. I was a little bit early. No, but Pacheco dropped it. 2 runs will score. I think that's an error, John.
Hit him right in the glove.
It's got to be an error and 1 RBI to Brown, does it not?
Well, Broughton got over there in a hurry, but it just glanced off his glove. We'll have to check the replay on that.
I was a little bit early on the call to home as the good throw from Broughton nearly got Hiskey at the plate, but Pacheco could not handle it. 2-run score on the shot from, that looked like it hit him right in the glove. First pitch to Van Marter is a called ball. If that throw is handled well from Shaw to Pacheco, Hiskey is out. Brown, E9, but here's a ground ball to short. Parks has it, boots off his chest, he'll throw on to first, and they will get Van Marter, but a run comes in to score. Van Marter an RBI ground out, and it's 6-3. And I think if you asked Josh Broughton, should he caught the ball, I think he would have said to you, yeah, that I should have had that.
The Chucks bat around in the 6th. I was hoping for 4 in the 7th, but we'll take 6 in the 6th.
Another thumbs up. I'm all for it. I'll give 2 thumbs up. How about that? Here's Barmakian. First pitch. Called, strike 1. Give Van Marter an RBI on that RBI ground out. How about 12-4, the Chukars lead? And that's, what are we up to now, John? 11 unanswered.
Yep. And that was the score last night. It was just the other way around.
Pitch outside to Barmakian. It's 1-1. Chukars have batted around here in the 6th inning. At second is Brown. 1-1. Barmakian, a swing and a miss. One and 2 to Steve Barmakian. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 6-run inning. Pitch to Barmakian is fouled away. So let's see. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we can close the book on Rogan as well.
4 runs, 3 earned thus far. That's going to be 3 earns no matter what.
This pitch is strike 3 called to Barmakian. He strikes out looking, but the Chukars, with 6 runs on 3 hits and error, and a man left on base. We go to the top of inning number 7. Chukars lead 12-4 on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our game, and we have a scoring change to let you know about. The E9 off of Hogan Brown has now been changed to a double. So give Hogan a double. We checked the tape, and it turns out that it was a much tougher play than we initially realized. So we are going to go back and change that. For Hogan, he gets 2 RBI on the play now. So that is the Chukars' 10th hit of the ball game.
Well, thank goodness for instant replay. Ball was hit hard. Broughton went to his left, and he did have to put the glove hand high and just went off the tip of his glove.
And here is one of the newer Chukars. It's Alex Fishberg in out of the bullpen. We are going to get a good look at Alex Fishberg, who we understand throws hard, but has dealt with some wildness. So we're going to see what he can do. Billy Gardner Jr. said that they are hoping that he can be someone that they can use in high leverage situations. He's pitched at the higher levels of the independent league.
And the debut for Damon Ellis, outstanding. 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. He gave up 3 earned runs. He walked only 1, and he struck out 4. He's in line and should get the win. He would be 6-1 on the season.
So that inning, 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Fishberg, his first pitch as a Chukar. He kicks, he fires. It is a called strike 1, 93 on the gun as Estrada showed bunt. One to Estrada, who is 1 for 2. Fishberg to the plate. That is a fastball at 91 inside.
This is the 11th team that Fishberg has played for.
In his pro career?
In his pro career.
Wow.
He played for 2 teams in 2017, 2 teams in 2018, 3 teams in 2019.
Well on pitch, swung on a miss at 92 from Fishberg. 1-2.
And the Chukars his second team this year.
Fishberg sounds like a neighboring city of Bikini Bottom. I'm just going to throw it out there for all the folks who are close to my age or younger watching this stream.
Is that SpongeBob?
That is SpongeBob.
Hey, I'm not your age, and I knew that one.
Here's a swing, and did he go? Yes, he did. The throw down is in time, and Estrada strikes out. They're going to call him on the swing. Ball at 84. Looks like a changeup from Fishberg. He gets his first Chukars strikeout on the first batter he faces. Here's Josh Broughton. Fishberg against Broughton. Broughton is 0 for 3 today. First pitch to Broughton, a called strike at 92 at the knees. Already like the cut of this guy's jib. He has thrown quite a few balls over 90 miles an hour. That one at 92. Fishberg set, base is empty. Broughton in the top of the 7th. This is swung on and missed again at 92. Broughton swings through it. Fishberg is wearing number 13, the one-time number of former Chukar and former Raptor, Chuck Steele, always a favorite. It's 0-2 to Broughton. He swung through 2 balls at 92. Pitch to the plate, a slider. Ooh, a good one in the dirt, but Broughton lays off. And it's 1-2.
Alex has played in Ottawa, Vallejo, Normal, Vallejo, Sussex County, Milwaukee, Quebec, Rockland, Cleburne, and now Idaho Falls.
He said that he played with Matt Feinstein on that Rockland team in 2020, and he also knew Hunter Hiskey coming in as well, so had some familiarity, which always is nice. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, popped up on the infield. This is actually going to reach center field. In comes Brown all the way in, nearly to the infield. Oh, he drops it! He dropped it! Went for the one-handed catch, and that is, well, we're going to take a look, but I think he got his glove on it.
That's definitely a two-base error as he nonchalanted that one. And a fan's yelling, 2 hands, use 2 hands.
Brown just missed it. Looking at the replay.
Number 16, second baseman, Raul Shaw.
So Broughton on via the 2-base error. Off of the glove of Brown, literally. Here's Shaw. It's Broughton at second. A ton of speed for Broughton. Fishberg to the plate. That's swung on and missed, 92. Fouled off of Hiskey, actually. Oh, 1-1 to Raul Shaw. It's the top of inning number 7. Chukars with a 12-4 lead. Our first look at Alex Fishberg. Fishberg is set. 1-1 to Shaw. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on a miss. Power on power. 91 there.
Third error on the Chukars. That's 90 on the year.
Oh, 2 pitch to Raul Shaw. It's a fastball. Oh, no, breaking ball, excuse me, in the dirt. Didn't have much lateral movement, just went straight down. 1-2. Chukars with a 12-4 lead. Broughton at second, 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Fishberg to the plate, half swing, did he go? Yes, says the home plate umpire. It's strike 3. The appeal to first, who's the guy at second base, and it's strike 3. And a roar of displeasure from that Ogden dugout. Shaw, the second strikeout victim of Fishberg. And now here's Paven Parks.
Andy Armstrong pinch hitting.
Oh, excuse me. Andy Armstrong, the pinch hitter.
Now batting number 11, Andy Armstrong.
He came in last night, went 1 for 2. Came in late in the ball game.
And beware the changes coming in the next inning by Dean Stiles. Might be quite a few changes in our books here.
Chris Caffrey's on deck.
First pitch swung on over Fishberg, charging his Barmakian. It's off of his glove. And safe at first is Armstrong. That's a hit for Andy Armstrong. It would have been a tough play for Barmakian. To third goes Parks. Or excuse me, to third goes Broughton. Any runs that would score now would be unearned off of Fishberg.
Yes, Caffrey will bat for Michaels.
Here's Chris Caffrey. We saw him in one at bat last night. First pitch to Caffrey. Breaking ball swung on and missed. A beauty from Fishberg.
Caffrey, a teammate of Damon Ellis with the Voyagers this year.
In fact, when Caffrey was traded and Damon was traded, Caffrey dropped him off in Idaho Falls on his way down to Ogden. 0-1 pitch. This is a breaking ball down the first base line. Just foul. Just foul. And another howl of displeasure from the Raptors dugout.
Well, the third base coach, no argument whatsoever. And he has a great view of it.
Caffrey batting for Michaels here. So either Parks or Michaels will have to exit the game. So I have the praying mantis on my laptop. Go away. 0-2 pitch on its way. That's in the dirt. Strikeout, E8, strikeout, single. That's how this inning has gone. One-two pitch. That is strike three called on the outside corner, and Fishberg, in his Idaho Falls debut, strikes out the side in the seventh. We head to the bottom of inning number 7. Time to stretch from Melaleuca. It's Chukars 12 and Raptors 4 on KSPZ 980. Bottom of inning number 7. It's Troy Whitty to face the combination of Webb Little, Matt Feinstein, and Andrew Dawn. It's the bottom of the 7th. 12-4. I see Paul Henderson, our vice president and food extraordinaire. There's Paul in front of us. Is he ignoring me on purpose? There he is. Just saying hi on the radio, Paul. Here's Webb Little. First pitch is way outside. In fact, it's all the way to the backstop, past the glove of Pacheco. It's 1-0. Great turnaround from the Chukars tonight. They've done exactly what we've wanted them to do, and the scouting report on Damon Ellis was pretty much dead on from Voyagers manager Tommy Thompson. And Gardy said, you know, he'll throw the curveball any count, and he'll keep you in the ball game by the time you look up at the board in the 7th inning.
And how about Fishberg? Struck out the side in his first inning.
This pitch is popped up behind third. Over is left fielder Lexiades toward the Chukars bullpen. He will stumble and not make the catch. And at the moment, quiet in the Chukars bullpen. 2-1 to Webb Little. Webb is 1 for 3. He doubled in his first at-bat. I've got a scoring update for you.
What?
Vibes 14, Voyagers 13.
Wow.
In the bottom of the 8th.
Go Rocky Mountain. I don't know why, because they need to win. That's why.
Voyagers have given up 4 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, and 3 in the 8th to the Vibes in Great Falls. A shocking turn of events in Montana. 2-1 pitch. This is also popped up, but this will reach the seats.
And of course, that's the battle of the cellars. Great Falls last in the north and Rocky Mountain last in the south.
So is this the battle of the Belfries then? Here's a pitch that's popped up again, out of play.
Boise picks up a big win over Grand Junction, so they are tied with the Rockies now for first place in the Southern Division.
Well, I gotta tell you what, the Hawks showed us something in that 6-game series, and they lead the Highway Series now 5-4. 2-2 pitch, that swung on, fouled back again.
Yeah, we still got 15 left with them.
We played 9. Chukars won the first 2 of 3. Then the Chukars took 2 of 6 from the Hawks in Boise. And we will head to Boise on Wednesday morning. 2-2 pitch is swung on, fouled back again. All right, 5 foul balls in a row from Webb Little.
So tonight's scoreboard, a typical Pioneer League scoreboard of the 8 teams. 5 have scored in double digits. Lately, we've had a lot of pitching battles, low-scoring games.
Pitch to Webb, half swing. Does he go? No, says the third base umpire. And again, I see about 5 Raptors who just flail themselves off the front of that dugout rail. Quite the battle from Webb Little. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Pitch to the plate. Webb swings and misses, and Whitty wins that one.
Five strikeouts for Ogden pitching, won by all 5 pitchers.
Number 17, left fielder, Matt Feinstein.
Here's Feinstein, 1 out. Feinstein today, 2 for 2. That's a called strike at the knees. Single in the first, had an RBI, walked in the second, or excuse me, walked in the third, scored a run. Walked in the 5th, scored a run. Singled in the 6th, scored a run. Pitch to Feinstein, down low. The old on-base percentage, I don't know that it could get higher for Feinstein, who came into this ball game with an OBP of .534, but it will. 1-1. That's a breaking ball down low.
And going 2 for 2, the batting average will be over 400.
96 hits for Feinstein. That is the highest, tied highest in the Pioneer League. That is a called strike 2. He'll have 96 hits in 240 at-bats. That is a lot of at-bats. And there's the old 2-strike call time from Feinstein.
Right at 400 on the nose.
2-2 pitch. That is swung on up the middle. He's over 400, folks. A single to center, his third hit of the night. For Feinstein, that is the 9th time he's had a 3-hit game. He's had 4 4-hit games.
Wow.
Here's Andrew Dawn, who had a clutch RBI single in that rally, and that really was a catalyst in that inning. Here's a ball off the mound, over into center field. It's a base hit for Dawn, his 3rd hit. And for him, that's the 8th time he's had a 3-hit game. Not the sharpest of contact, but gets the job done. That Ogden bullpen silent. 12 runs on 12 hits now for Idaho Falls. Here's Hunter Hiskey. How about 4 RBI for Hiskey today? That leads the team.
Feinstein and Don combined 6 for 8 tonight.
Pitch to the plate. Hiskey takes a pitch low.
Make sure and stick around for the Westmark Credit Union post-game show, co-sponsored by Domino's Pizza. Tyler will be on the turf here at Melaleuca with our player of the game interview.
There's a pitch fouled away from Hiskey, hit a long way down the left field line, past the blue Bob Euchre seats. You gotta hit it a
Assuming the
long way.
Chukars hang on.
Assuming the Chukars hang on. If not, I'll have to, like last night, slowly slink my way down and hand this to someone. Here's a pitch for a called strike 2. It's a lot more fun when you get to do it in front of the fans and get to make a big deal about it. And we hope to do that tonight as well. Two men on for Hiskey, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Now we see another right-hander get warm in the Ogden bullpen. That might be Christopher Campbell. Pitch to the plate, a swing and a miss by Hiskey. He strikes out. And the 3rd strikeout for Troy Whitty. Here's Daniel Martins Molinari. He is 0 for 3. He's walked and he's struck out 3 times. That might be Mark Mixon, who's the more or less, I guess you could call him the closer of this team.
Chukars with 12 hits, but 3 Chukars have gone hitless tonight.
Two outs, 1st and 2nd for Ogden. First pitch to the plate, breaking ball. That stays high.
This ball game approaching the 3-hour mark
And that is Mark Mixon warming in the bullpen, so he'll probably get some work in today.
after a 32-minute weather delay.
That pitch is high, 2-0 to Molinari. Yeah, the day didn't start out with a whole lot of promise. We had lightning in the area, and we had to start nearly 45 minutes late. 2-0 pitch, way outside. It's 3-0 to Molinari. In fact, we started, it's like 32 minutes late. .30 pitch. I can't imagine that Molinari is swinging here. That pitch inside, it's ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Kona Quiggle. So Molinari, 3 strikeouts, but 2 walks. Whitty versus Kona. Kona is 1 for 3. Had a 2-run double in the 3rd inning off of Ramos. Whitty is the 5th pitcher for Ogden tonight. And they've got what could be their 6th warming in the bullpen.
And they used 4 last night in the 12-4 win.
First pitch to Kona. Breaking ball. A good one for a called strike one. Bases are loaded, 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Lefty-righty matchup. Setting up low is Pacheco. The pitch is swung on, hit high, hit deep, but not deep enough as Broughton makes the catch, and the inning is over.
Boy, did that thing die.
That ended up being a dead duck. That didn't even make the warning track. No wind helping at all that time. A ball that looked pretty in that black background, but just allowed out. The Chukars do not score. We head to the top of the 8th. It's 12-4 Idaho Falls on KSPZ 980. Welcome to the top of inning number 8. 12-4, the Chukars lead. 4 runs, 6 hits, an error for the Raptors. 12 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors for the Chukars. On the mound is Alex Fishberg, and on the mic, John Balgini.
Thank you, Tyler. Jacob Goldfarb will lead things off here in the 8th. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And the first pitch from Alex Fishberg is low ball 1. Goldfarb walked and scored in the 2nd, doubled in the 3rd, and knocked in a run, and he bounced out to the first baseman Molinari in the 6th. That pitch also in the dirt. It's 2-0. Again, Ogden led 4-1 going into the bottom of the 3rd. And the Chukars have scored the last 11 in this game. Fishberg, right-hander, comes set, chest high, the 2-0 pitch. A big swing and a miss at 91 on the radar gun. Alex out of Suffern, New York. He'll turn 27 in about 9 days. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Another big hack and another empty swing for Goldfarb, and it's 2-2. Fishberg struck out the side in his Chukars debut. Gave up an infield single, and that was it, along with an error. It was 2-0, and now it's 2-2. Oh, and that one goes over the head of Goldfarb, and that'll make the count full 3-2. Well, you heard about Alex Fishberg. He throws hard, but sometimes you don't know where it's going. A journeyman in the independent league situation with, I counted 10 teams he's played for. Went to college in Iona. And no, there's not a college in Iona, Idaho. It's Iona University back in New York.
I believe Rick Pitino, the head coach of Iona basketball right now.
I remember Jeff Ruland, if you're old like me, a All-American basketball player for the Iona Gales. 3-2 the count. Fishberg against Goldfarb. And the pitch is a swing and a miss. That is 4 strikeouts for Alex Fishberg.
And that was a fun at-bat because you knew he was going to try to set down Goldfarb with the fastball, and you knew Goldfarb was going to be ready for it, and this time Fishberg claims the victory.
You combine the two names, you'd have Goldfish.
You would get also Bergfarb.
Here's Reese, Senior Alexidatis. Fastball high.
Now batting, number 18, left fielder, Reese Alexiadis.
He is 1 for 3. Has hit in 5 straight games since joining the Raptors. That pitch high, and it's 2-0. For the Chucks in the 8th, they'll have Hogan Brown, Tyler Van Marter, and Steve Barmakian.
One thing to think back to from last night, the job that Matt Jeffreyon did to save this bullpen from having to be used too much. 4 2/3 innings, just 1 hit, no earned, and 6 Ks yesterday.
Next pitch, lifted foul and out of play, 2-1. Yeah, Matt was dynamite last night.
Unfortunately, one of the pitchers who pitched last night, Mason Alexander, was released by the club today, as was Jason Medina, to make room for Damon Ellis and Alex Leja, who we will see start soon.
2-1 pitch, outside, ball 3. Chukars with 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 3 in the 5th, 6 in the 6th. 3-1 pitch, called strike on the outside edge, and it's full 3-2. Fishberg could go 3 and pick up the save. No action in the Chukars bullpen right now. The 3-2 just missed outside, ball 4. Only the second walk issued by Chukar pitchers tonight against 8 strikeouts.
I like Pipo there. He didn't give in to the situation. He had that as a ball. He called it a ball. You know, the 8-run lead be darned. And I like that in an umpire sometimes as well.
And Alexiadis did not chase that pitch. That was pretty close. Now we're getting some activity in the Chukars bullpen.
Yeah, and credit Alexiadis as well.
1 out, 1 on. Chukars by 8, top of 8. Here's Owen Taylor. He's 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch last time up. Last night, 4 home runs hit. Tonight, 0. Foul ball, 1-1. The Chukars do have 5 doubles in the ball game. Little, Don, Hiskey, Quiggle, and Brown. Taylor, left-handed hitter. Of course, the Chukars not holding the runner on at first. 1-1 pitch. That one's high, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
That is very odd for you to say that, because I just got a text from Chris Hall saying, "Who has doubles tonight?" And as you said that, I go, "Oh, this is convenient." Little, Don, Hiskey, Quiggle, Brown.
I could read his mind. I knew he was going to have that. 2-1. Fishberg to Taylor. That pitch low, and it's 3-1. Nico Pacheco on deck. Well, we know who's warming up. The only lefty on the team in the bullpen, Victor Rodriguez. 3-1 on the way. Fly ball, left field, finds Steen under it. He went back, now he has to come in. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And it's Pacheco who has double and 3 at-bats tonight. So 2 Chucker pitchers making their debut tonight, and both pitching well.
Now batting, number 5, good catcher, Nick Pacheco.
Somebody's car horn going off in the parking lot. I know it's not mine. My keys are right here.
Sorry, John, I had to leave the booth to make sure my car alarm wasn't going off because it sounds exactly like mine, and I want to make sure I'm not going to have a smashed windshield thanks to Reese Alexiadis.
Here's the pitch to Pacheco. Fastball, called strike. Well, Fishberg has been 90, 91 consistently. Again, the Chuckers will have Brown, Van Marter, and Barmakian, 2 of the 3 Chuckers that haven't had a base hit tonight. Oh, 1, close, but outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Consistent strike zone, that's what you want from any umpire, and that's what Blair Peepo has given both teams tonight. Although the team that's on the short end of the stick, a few rumbles in the dugout. This one's fouled back, and it's 1-2.
And I like that Fishberg went right back to that same spot that he did not get the call on previously, and Pacheco offered. And it's not like that pitch is a ball. That's a pitch that if you throw that 100 times, you might get the call maybe 30 or 40 times out of 100. It's a close pitch.
Fishberg trying to work 2 scoreless innings in his Idaho Falls debut. 1-2 inside, 2-2.
I saw he was trying to do there. He was trying to drop the hammer there on Pacheco and just missed arm side.
On deck is Calvin Estrada. We'll see him tomorrow. Well, we'll see him in the 9th, unless they pinch hit for him. Fishberg comes set, chest high, 2-2 pitch.
Oh,
Come on, Blue, says the fans. 3-2. Hiskey caught it and tried to bring it in. You know, sometimes umpires in a 12-4 ball game, they widen up the strike zone. Not Blair Peepo.
what makes that tough is that Fishberg hits his spot right between Hiskey's legs.
Payoff pitch. Call strike 3. Alex Fishberg, 5 strikeouts in 2 innings of work. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. To the bottom of the 8th we go. It's Idaho Falls 12 and Ogden 4. Bottom of 8, it'll be pitcher number 6 on the mound. His name is Mark Mixon, the best reliever in the Pioneer League, and he replaces Troy Whitty.
And Whitty, best pitcher on the night for the Raptors. 1 2/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts.
Mark Mixon, listen to this. He's 6-0 on the season with 6 saves. ERA at 3.27. In 41 innings, has given up just 29 hits, and he struck out 45. I mean, this guy has been dynamite all season long. One of those 6 wins coming against the Chukars.
And one of those saves, I believe it was a 17-2 ball game that they let Mixon take the final 3 innings of for a save.
Here's Hogan Brown, 2 for 4, a RBI single, a 2-run double. He'll be followed by Van Marder and Barmakian here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch it, called strike on the inside edge. Mixon likes to go sidearm. And that car horn still blaring out in the parking lot. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The appeal, no, says the third base umpire, Scott Esterholt. Brown, a left-handed hitter against the righty Mark Mixon. And there's a ball hit into the gap in left field, going back to the left fielder. That's Alcides. Reese makes the catch. Why can't I say that name?
You had it, John.
I did, but I lost it. Alexa Otta, I don't know. Reese made the catch. Now here's Tyler Van Marder.
Alexis Odyssey.
Alexa plays Space Odyssey. Here's Van Marder, hitless in 4 at-bats, and he fouls the first pitch off. Alexiadis. Alexiadis.
Got 4 more with the Raptors. We'll hear it a few more times.
Hopefully he'll DH. You only have to say it 3 times. That pitch outside to Tyler Van Marder. To count 1-1. Tyler 0 for 8 in the 2-game set thus far. And the ball hit him right in the back. Catcher Pacheco doing his Tony Pena imitation.
Well, if you're going to hit in the back, 74-mile-an-hour breaking ball is not a bad one at all.
Now we go to Steve Barmakian. He's walked twice. Actually, he's walked 3 times, scored twice, but looking for his first hit. In the 9th, it'll be Estrada, Broughton, and Shaw for the Raptors of Ogden.
And they'll face Victor Rodriguez.
And the first pitch is swung on and fouled out of play to our left by Barmakian. Another foul ball, same location, 0-2. Most of the fans have headed home for the night. 11:07 Mountain Daylight Time. You think Andrew Don's still listening at 1:07 back in Mass? Here's a blooper hit down the left field line. That's going to be a foul ball, just by about a half foot.
I think we'll find out soon.
Friday morning back east. Of course, we'll have the post-game show brought to you by Westmark Credit Union and Domino's. An on-field interview with our player of the game, and then we'll quickly run over some scores, or run through some scores, and call it a night. 0-2 to Barmakian. Called strike 3. That was a pretty pitch by Mixon. And that is out number 2.
Almost nothing you can do if you see that first time in at bat. You can try to foul it off, but that was a pretty one.
By far the best reliever in the Pioneer League. Here's Webb Little. He doubled his first time up since then. A fly to left, a liner to first, a walk, and a strikeout. And Webb takes the pitch for a called strike 1. Jake Binder on the mound tomorrow night in Game 3 of the 6-game set against the Raptors. 0-1 pitch, ball hit to the second baseman, and that should do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 9th. Chukars 12, Raptors 4 on KSBZ. Top of 9, lefty Victor Rodriguez comes in to face the Raptors here in the 9th inning. He replaces Alex Fishberg. Fishberg 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk. He struck out 5. As Rodriguez comes to the mound out of Maracaibo, Venezuela. Was in the Royals organization, and the first pitch, did it hit him? That's Estrada. Nope. Just goes back to the backstop. The count 1-0. Estrada 1 for 3. See what Victor has done against the Raptors this year. He's only worked 1 2/3 with a 10.8 ERA. Fastball outside, 2-0. So Damon Ellis and Alex Fishberg, 2 of the 3 new Chukars. Outstanding games tonight. This ball hit foul, and it's 2-1. And hopefully, if the Ellises are still listening in Detroit, your boy might be, well, I'm going to say it, he is the player of the game tonight, so we'll have an on-field interview with Damon. Here's the 2-1. Another foul ball, and it's 2-2. And we'll have another pinch hitter, as Bryce Debs will pinch hit for Broughton. Broughton hitless tonight. 2-2, a swing and a miss. And Victor strikes out the first batter he sees. That's 10 strikeouts by Chukar pitchers. And here's Bryce Debs. Josh Broughton had a 7-game hit streak coming in. He goes 0 for 4 tonight. Debs last night came in late, struck out, and was hit by a pitch. And Kyle Kaufman on deck for the Raptors. Here's a swing and a miss on a Rodriguez fastball. He came in on the hands of Debs. Oh, 1 pitch, another big swing and another miss. 0-2. Debs just playing in his 4th game. Make it 6th game. He's 2 for 9 coming in. Here's a ball. Oh, nearly beheads Victor Rodriguez right up the middle for a base hit. Victor had to duck to get out of the way. And now it's Kyle Kaufman. Kaufman hit a home run last night, his 3rd of the year. He bats for Raul Shaw. One out, one on. As Armstrong on deck. Kaufman hitting .319 on the year, 3 home runs, 15 RBI. Pitch comes inside by Rodriguez. It's 1-0. Chukars have scored the last 11 runs in this game. They were down 4-1. Here's a high fly ball. That'll hit the light pole and bounce into fair territory. 1-1 the count now on Kyle Kaufman. Tyler Peterson has made his way down to the field for our post-game show. A ball and a strike. Pitch outside, 2-1. Supposed to be a cool day tomorrow in the Idaho Falls area. Daytime high only in the low 70s. And there is rain in the forecast. Rodriguez comes set, kicks, 2-1 pitch. Another foul ball near the Chukars clubhouse, and it's 2-2. Of the 6 outs recorded by Fishberg, 5 were strikeouts. Victor looking for his 2nd strikeout in as many outs. And the pitch, that's outside, ball 3, full count. Armstrong on deck for the Raptors. Three-two, Rodriguez to Kaufman. Here's the payoff pitch, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Chukar bullpen has recorded 8 outs, and 7 of them have been by the strikeout. Here's Andy Armstrong. Infield single his first time up, and his only time up. Pitch misses, 1-0. Debs at first base, he's singled. Victor comes set. 1-0 at the knees for a called strike. 1-1. 88 on the radar gun for Victor. Rodriguez trying to strike out the side like Fishberg did in the 7th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Armstrong to Webb Little. He'll go the short way. Ball game over. Chukars win by the score of 12-4, the identical score we had in last night's ball game. Stick around. Our post-game show's up next here on KSPZ, the Sports Zone. With our player of the game, here's Tyler Peterson.
Thanks, John. Tyler Peterson here with tonight's winning pitcher, Damon Ellis. Damon, first of all, welcome to Idaho Falls, man. 6 innings and the win in your Chukars debut. Welcome to the team. What are your thoughts after that start?
I'm just happy to get the win and get us back on track and look forward to tomorrow.
One of the things we were most impressed by in your start today was how good that breaking ball looked. You were throwing it earlier, you were throwing it 2-3 consecutively. That must be a pitch you have a lot of confidence in.
Yeah, I can throw that pitch any count, and I feel like, nobody can beat me with it, so I throw it.
Ogden Raptors, one of the best offensive teams in all of the Pioneer League, and in 3 starts this year, you've only allowed up to 3 earned runs against them. This is your first win over them. What has been your secret to success this year against them?
Throwing first pitch strikes, mixing it up, and just staying confident.
All right, and I know you didn't know about this, but you're our Domino's Pizza player of the game. That means you get a large 3-topping pizza from Domino's, courtesy of Westwood and Domino's. Congrats, man. Enjoy the pizza. Enjoy the win.
Thank you, and thank you, Domino's.
John, back to you.
All righty, thank you, Tyler, and congratulations, Damon Ellis. A win in his Chukar debut. More on the post-game show coming up in 90 seconds. Four Chukars win here at Melaleuca Field. Real quickly, former Chukars with games tonight in the Royals organization. Nick Deeney, a catcher on the 2016 team, hit a home run. Kyle Isbell went 2 for 5 and 2 RBI, and Maybreeze Valoria went 1 for 4, all 3 playing in AAA Omaha. Quad Cities, High A, Nate Eaton, the 2018 team, went 2 for 5. And Anthony Veneziano, the winning pitcher for the Chukars in the 2019 championship game, he won for Quad Cities. His record now 3-3.
We'll go to the big league Royals. They win 3-2 over the White Sox. They beat the AL Central leaders and Dallas Keuchel. We have Daniel Lynch getting his second win of the season. Elsewhere around Major League Baseball, all scores final tonight. Marlins 4 over Mets, 4-2 over New York. Alfaro with a big hit to beat the Mets in Miami. Tigers 8 and Red Sox 1, John. That'll make you happy. Scooball now 7-10 on the season. Angels 5, Rangers nothing. Dylan Bundy bounces back and gets only his second win of the season. He improves to 2-8. Rockies 6-5 over the Cubs at home. Trevor Story, who was not traded at the deadline, homers twice for the Rockies, and they beat the Cubbies in Colorado. Giants just continue to find ways to win this season. They win 5-4 over the D-backs. They were down by 2 runs in the top of the 9th. They score twice. Chris Bryant, an RBI double in the 10th to give them the lead, 5-4 over the D-backs. Jake McGee with his 24th save of the season. Phillies beat the Nationals 7-6 in Washington. Yankees 5-3 over the Mariners at home. And as we said, Joey Gallo, his first homer in pinstripes. Blue Jays 3, Indians nothing in, I believe they're back in Toronto, the Blue Jays. They win in Canada, 3-0. Reds 7, Pirates 4. Reds right now a sneaky team for that NL wildcard spot. Look out for the Reds. They are 7 games above 500. Twins 5, Astros 3 in Houston. And the last game of the night, Braves 8-4 of the Cardinals in St. Louis.
Pioneer League scores. Rocky Mountain outscores Great Falls 14-13. Boise over Grand Junction 10-4. And the Billings Mustangs continue their second half surge. They defeat Missoula 14-4. Final numbers for tonight's ball game for the Chukars: 12 runs, 12 hits. They committed 3 errors, left 11 men on base. And for Ogden, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 8 men on base. Winning pitcher, Damon Ellis. He's now 6-1. The losing pitcher, Isaiah Ramos, his record drops to 1-3. No save. No home runs hit in the ball game that took 3 hours and 30 minutes to play in front of a crowd of 2,414. So the Chukars bounce back. They lose last night 12-4. They win tonight 12-4 in Game 3 of the 6-game set coming up tomorrow night. And again, Damon Ellis, outstanding ball game. Alex Fishberg struck out 5 of the 6 outs he recorded. And then Victor Rodriguez with a couple of strikeouts in the 9th. But just a good night all the way around.
Yeah, and when you let guys go, John, that it's always, the tough part of the business, but it is what it is. As you say, it's just how things go. Some nights better than others, and for a few guys, too many bad nights in a row. Jason Medina, Mason Alexander had to be let go. Daniel Silva was put on the IL with a arm injury, and we bring in 3 guys. We've seen 2 of them so far. We'll see Alex Leja later this week, but so far, Damon Ellis and Alex Fishberg, great performances tonight.
By the way, one other score, the Idaho Falls Bandits defeat Gillette 1-0 in the Northwest American Legion tournament as 3 Bandits, Nate Rose, Davin Luce, and Bradley Thompson, tossed a 7-inning no-hitter. Once again, the final score of tonight's game here at the Luke was Idaho Falls 12 and Ogden 4. Chukars' next game right here tomorrow night against the Ogden Raptors. Until then, for Tyler Peterson, I'm John Balgini, reminding you that Chukars Baseball is a presentation of Sandhill Media. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, videos, and accounts of this game is prohibited without the express written consent of the Pioneer Baseball League, Sandhill Media, and KSPZ, the Sports Zone. Tonight, the Chukars win by the score of 12-4. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jim.